ride a two-seater, round with an eater. Calling me Poppy, I'm calling her mommy, and senorita. I ain't been cocky, but I've been putting on Essence Beepers. Fuck me good the first day, a nigga might keep her. Blowing money fast like a fucking cheetah. I've been in the trenches filled with hyenas. Boo, got a spider, whipping that bitch from the side. Money on money, these millions, you dig? I'm spending this shit on my bitch and my kids. I'm sending the bitch, not the beans. This motherfucker pink slip, nigga, no rent. I don't want you gonna do nothing if I gotta be the one tell you to spend. These fuck niggas telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friends. Oh God. Drop top Rolls Royce, I don't know the kind, I don't know the name of it. Fuck this little bitch last night and this morning, but I don't know the name of it. She told that pussy she don't know nothing about him, and they fuck this fame up. We want the same mud, not the green, my nigga, the same mud.
You identify my bitches with APs. She ain't got an AP, she is not mine.
You cold. He cold.
She belongs to the streets. Spoil little bitch went petty. Clothes go snake, she a Betty. Transport far and go slatty. Dogging out a hole like Shaggy. Coulda went spit, went caddy. Pull up, cutter, we ready. For the out, bitch, I'm petty. Ice style, bowling, leave spaghetti. First off, gotta go get it. Talk, let's do more spinning. Walk down, shit, get drenched. Turn the whole city up, lit it. Bad bitch, coulda went video. Savage, 21 killers. Brad bitch, rhyme with the sister. Dog ass hoe, you a thotty. Bro, turn cop, new body. Twin, you red, you smoke. Shoot him in the head, you the goat. Coulda went fed, went broke. Trap nigga living off the ocean. They found him the rose, I don't know. The eaters go everywhere I go.
Money on money, these millions, you dig? I'm spending this shit on my bitch and my kids. I'm sending the bit, not the beans. This motherfucker pink slip, nigga, no rent. I don't want you gonna do nothing if I gotta be the one tell you to spend. These fuck niggas telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friend. Drop top Rolls Royce, I don't know the kind, I don't know the name of it. Fuck this little bitch last night and this morning, but I don't know the name of it. She told that pussy she don't know nothing about him, and they fuck this fame up. We want the same mud, not the green, my nigga, the same mud.
Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who? Yeah. OVO Sound 2025. Who's calling it?
Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha? Is it Abby? Was it Danny? Is it Party? Where's the function?
Where the function? Where the function? The way I feel right now, I feel like we need to be all alone. So if you just playing around, you need to tell your girl, take a fine home, and that's real. Stop teasing me. Stop teasing me. I could change your life so easily. I keep begging you to stay, but you leave.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Saturday afternoon. It's your boy, Scott. Man, I don't know where to even begin, chat. I'm running a little bit of an experiment today, too. We are live streaming on my other channel as well. I wanted to see if maybe we'll be able to get some people over there. Not really sure. I've never live streamed on the other channel before. Anyways, Saturday afternoon, we are litty in the city. Hope you guys are having a good one. I have a few videos I want to react to tonight, but instead of just reacting, I also want to have a little bit of a conversation with the boys. So I'm just going to be talking to myself until a few y'all trickle in. Hopefully we can repeat what we did earlier today. Earlier today, I was live. I was live earlier today, and we had a decent amount of viewers over here, right? 20 viewers, 20, more than 20 plus. So I'm hoping to have a bit of a repeat of that. In the meantime, what else? We're going to be talking a little bit about Venezuela. Venezuela looks like it is cooked right now. Trump sent an aircraft carrier. So we're going to react to a video about that. We're going to be talking about that a little bit. Ludwig, there's more news about Ludwig. Jellywig, as he's being called on the internet, a bad friend, a fake person, a grifter. We're probably going to be doing a little bit of Twitter comms as well because I don't have anything cemented for tonight, to be honest. I mean, I'm tempted to watch a little bit of the Heck Speaks bullshit, but I don't know if I really want to do that or not. Y'all know how I feel about Heck. We got a little bit of Heck here. We have a more Hasanabi news. Hasanabi reacts. Hassan gotta stop saying black like that video. That's gonna be probably funny. React Abi is the creator of that. We might go to my TikTok and just scroll, doom scroll, and see what's going on over there. For those of you who don't know, I've been posting more often to TikTok. I want to be able to stream on TikTok, but I don't know why. Every single time I try to stream on TikTok, I get banned. Very annoying. Very annoying. What else? What else? What else? Our boy Fresh and Fit is live right now as well. But he's on the Fresh and Fit channel, so that shit don't count. Homie has 347 people watching him right now. Guys, I need to figure out what I need to do to get this shit to blow up, man. You know, even on my other channel, I was hoping that since I've never streamed on my other channel, that we would be starting with a fresh algorithm and maybe we would be able to get some people to join that stream. But streaming in 2025 is a lot of work, bro. Getting people to tune into your stream in 2025 is a lot of fucking work, especially if you're brand new to the game. If you're starting from scratch, it is like an uphill battle. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people want to start this streaming game and they think it's going to be easy. It is not easy at all. But let me digress. I don't want to complain. I really don't know what I want to talk about tonight, chat. You know, the nights where we started talking about my past dating experiences and all that type of bullshit, all the gooner content, the goon tent, that got hella views, man. People love goon tent. Unfortunately, I have to admit that people love the goon tent. It's their favorite kind of content. You start talking about some gooner shit and you'll get hella people joining your fucking streams. One more thing, you know what we should do as well? We should go ahead and I don't want to have like 4 streams going at the same time, but I'm debating whether I should also run the vertical. Gotta crack my back here, chat. Because the verticals do be hitting different as well. All depends on what the people come in here saying. So far, you know, it is Saturday afternoon. I would think that on a Saturday afternoon, I would have had more people joining the stream right now, but I'm looking at my chat and I don't see any chats in there at all, which is kind of stark for me. You know, I remember about 2-3 months ago when I would go live on YouTube, I would have people waiting in the chat for me to join saying, yo, Scott, you're late. And now I be joining and it's like, where are my peoples at? I'm abandoned. I'm feeling the cold. Hey, it's so cold, chat. So cold. It's so fucking cold. Where are my peoples at? Don't tell me y'all are bored already. Anyways, you know what? While we wait, though, I will dig in. Let's dig in right away. This whole Hasanabi Maya dog. Is it Maya the name of the dog or is it Kaya? Whatever the fuck the name of his dog is, this situation is spiraling out of control for him. I kind of find it a little bit funny. He says, why are you orange? You look orange. Dead ass. Kaya. I look orange? Let's see here. I know what it is, Gray. Tell me if it gets fixed in a second here. Is that better? Is that better? It's because I tried to boost the saturation a little bit. He says better. Let me lower it even a little bit more. Fuck it. I added a filter to my camera settings. That's why. You start fucking around these settings. You start fucking around these settings, it's hard to get it back where it was. I think that's good though. Hue shift, opacity, there. He was like, I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. This Hasanabi situation. Oh, we got our first viewer on the other channel. Yo, yo, yo. Thank you for joining the Scott Leonard Clips. If you're watching on Scott Leonard Clips, this is my very first time streaming to this channel. I just wanted to see if we could get people on here as well. So if you're watching on Scott Leonard Clips, drop a W in the chat. Please let me know. Anyways, what I was saying about Hasanabi is that Hassan is over his head with this dog situation, bro. But the thing that I was trying to say earlier in the first stream we did today was that Hassan overreacted a little bit by denying the shock collar, but it really doesn't matter either way, because in my situation, if I had a dog and it had a shock collar and people were calling me out for the shock collar, I would have immediately admitted to it. But the problem is that Hassan was using the shock collar inappropriately, right? He was using it for no reason whatsoever. The dog is doing nothing and he's shocking it. I mean, Gray, you're a vet tech, right? How do you feel about the whole situation, bro? Since I got you in here, how do you feel about the whole Hasanabi Kaya situation, bro? Because I think that the problem with Hassan is not the fact that he had a shock collar on the dog, it's that he's using it inappropriately. But then on top of the fact that he's using it inappropriately, then he made matters worse by lying to the public, right? Because he thinks he's so smart. That's the problem with Hassan. He's so arrogant. He's so smug. He thinks he's so smart that he can just lie to his audience and they're going to buy into it. He says, it's animal abuse. And I know trainers, and it's not supposed to be used like that. Well, I mean, obviously he's abusing it. Even if he was using it for valid reasons, occasionally he was also abusing it because the dog, he literally has the dog sitting in a corner for hours. I've never seen a dog sit in a corner for 5 hours straight. He says, there's a clip of his old dog and the neck is torn up. Oh yeah, I saw that clip too. What happened to his old dog? What happened to his old dog? My thing is that I have never seen a grown, first of all, it's a puppy. It's still a puppy. That dog is less than 2 years old, right? I've never seen a puppy dog sit in the corner for 5-6 hours without moving, without eating, without drinking. Like, he has the dog terrorized, bro. That's the problem. That's the real problem. That he has the fucking dog terrorized. And then you have all of these people that circle around him that are afraid to call him out on his bullshit, right? Finally, Ludwig, Jellywig, finally grew a little bit of a spine. And he said, oh, 100% it's a shock collar. And then Hassan must have called him or harassed him. He backtracked, right? He backtracked. So he just ended his career, essentially. Now, I don't know if it's really going to affect him that much, but Ludwig was already falling off. And the fact that he can't stand on business and he has to backtrack what he says makes him look extremely weak and extremely pathetic. Extremely pathetic. He says, but if we can have someone come in with a metal leash, we don't put it on because I can cut them if you put it on wrong. I don't know that much about dogs, but I just think that either way, it's just wrong, bro. It's just not appropriate. That's all. It's just not appropriate behavior. By the way, I didn't make a poll on our main stream. Yo, let me just make a quick poll over here on the other stream. And there we go. He says, yeah, it's pretty disturbing, to be honest. It's extremely disturbing. But the thing is that you cannot trust Hassan's word. And all of the people that believed him and trust him and say, oh, well, he says it's not a those people are just stupid. This is like a guy who lies about politics in the news. You think he's going to tell you the truth when he gets caught red-handed? No, of course not. He says, I bet when she pees, it's blood or orange. Wait, why? Why do you say that, Gray? He says, dog needs to pee 4 to 6 hours. Oh, gotcha. Because it's not peeing enough. Damn, bro. This guy's a maniac, bro. He's such a piece of shit. You know, and it bothers me. You know what bothers me? And I'm going to tell you, it's part jealousy, but I'm going to say it anyway. What also bothers me is the fact that this guy's a big streamer. Like, how the hell does Hassan beat me? I get it. He's been streaming for hours and hours and for years, but homie had a head start in the game, bro. Every single time I get on here, chat, and I see all of these other streamers that have giant audiences, it makes me wonder, like, what the hell do I need to do at this point to blow the fuck up, right? What the hell do I need to do to catch the attention of the viewers? And I would say that I have a pretty decent stream. I mean, anytime somebody joins my stream who's new, they usually stick around, at least for a little while. I haven't had a situation yet where somebody joins and they leave and they never come back that I know of. Other than the Kai Cenat fools. For the most part, people say that my stream is decently engaging. But you guys have to tell me, right? I don't know. She isn't allowed to get up and get water either. Oh, bro, he's fucking that dog up. I wonder his old dog probably passed away or something, bro. The way he treats animals, I wouldn't be surprised if his old dog passed away. My thing is that I am so sick and tired of these fucking mentally ill people that blow up as streamers doing all kinds of degenerate shit and they never get called out for it, including Hassan Abi, bro. Hassan is the kind of guy who would sacrifice his whole family for clout. He doesn't care, you know? He doesn't care at all. He'll do whatever it takes. Homie sacrificed his entire life to blow up as a streamer. When you really think about it, I stream a lot, right? I really do. I stream 2 hours in the afternoon and I stream 2 hours at night. That's 4 hours a day, right? And I'm exaggerating here. I'm under exaggerating actually the amount of hours. It's actually 3 hours. So I stream 6 hours a day essentially, right? 3 and 3. This guy streams 12 hours a day, if not more. He's sacrificed his entire life to try and blow up as a streamer. I mean, it's working for him though. He's making millions of dollars. But is it really worth it? That's the question. You know, chat, I'm unemployed right now, chat. If I really was a degenerate, I could stay on for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, but that's just not fair to Bailey. And it's also not fair to myself, right? He says, how much patience do you have? Why don't you think back to when you first started and how far you've come? He says, you're going to have a pick a side eventually. Can't do both. Wait, what do you mean, Kanai? Can't do both what? Having a life and being a streamer? Let's think. Which streamers have a life still? Does Aiden Ross still have a life? I would say Aiden Ross has a life off stream. How many hours does Aiden Ross even stream? I think he can be pulled off, but the problem is this uphill. The barrier to entry for streaming is extremely high, in the sense that anybody can pick up a camera, anybody can talk into the camera, but how are they going to blow up, right? That's the question. Talking and making content and blowing up are two different things. He says, have a job and trying to do content. Oh, Kanai, of course, bro. Do you think I want to have a job?
Help me.
Do you think I really want to? I don't. The job is just so I can have income until this shit takes off, bro. And if I end up getting that, what am I talking about? It's not an if, it's a necessary by any means possible. When I get my new job, if my new job is very time consuming and taking up all my energy and I need to work a lot during the day, I don't have any free time, I'm going to have to be a nighttime streamer. No matter what happens, I'm going to be streaming. So you guys better hope that it's a job that's similar to the one I had before, where at least, let's say all day is busy, but at least I get off at 4 or 5. I can still jump on at 6:30 or 7, and then I'll have new stories to tell you guys, right? But if it's not, and if I have to work even later than that, then I might end up becoming a late night streamer, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. It all depends on how the job unfolds, right? I don't know what's going to happen, chat. It's a mystery to me. The most I can do right now is take advantage of the free time I have now to apply to jobs and to continue fucking streaming as much as I can, right? Until I get another big paying job, big career move job. And who knows, if something happens in between that and then and now, and we blow up as a streamer, then maybe I'll lock into streaming too. Who knows? It's just that so far I haven't seen the fruits of my labor, right? He says, I don't even think it's high. It's just too many people doing the same thing. But that's the whole thing. The threshold to success is high. Because you're right, there are too many people doing the same thing. But are they good at it? Are they good at it? Because I've watched other small streamers and they suck. They don't have the presence. I have the presence, chat. I'm him, chat. If I really want to, if I want to put in full energy into this bitch right now, I can go full balls to the wall, 6th gear in this bitch right now, chat. I can carry the fucking stream, I think. But I see other streamers, new streamers, that are like, hey guys. What do you guys want to do today? Anybody in the chat? The thing is that if you're trying to stream and you're just starting off, you need to pretend like there's somebody watching you even when nobody's watching you, right? Whether there's a chat or no chat, whether there's people watching or there's no people watching, you just need to fucking lock the fuck in and pretend like you have people watching you no matter what the situation. Because when I'm doing this shit, when I start the stream and there's nobody watching the stream, I still just fucking pretend like there is. Yo, Putra Dimitri, thank you for joining the stream. How are you doing? He says, what's your name? The name is Scott Leonard. Don't wear it out. He says, good luck with scheduling with the newborn. Yo, Isabel, thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Isabel, I mean, look, first of all, I don't even stream that many hours. How many hours am I really streaming a day? Today, we did 2.5 hours earlier, and now we're going to do probably another 2.5 hours. There's other days where we do 3 hours. You're telling me I can't separate 3 hours out of my day? There's not going to be 3 hours to spare. I think that the problem is that a lot of people just have poor time management skills. That's all it is. I'm a professional at this.
Help me!
I am literally a professional at this. Yo, you guys think that I have the GMT2 on my wrist for no reason? I got 2 time zones on this bitch, man. I'm Mr. Time right now. I have it under control. I have excellent time management skills. So I think I'll be able to handle it. I know we've already had this conversation a multitude of times on here, but I'm going to repeat myself one more time. I think I can handle it because I know how to manage time. You know, and I've been doing something new too, chat. Bailey bought me a book. I'm going back to reading a book every single morning before I look at my phone. You know, it's time to get some peace of mind, chat. A lot of the times I start getting like anxiety, like earlier today. I don't know how many of you guys were watching the stream earlier today, but earlier today I was on stream and I was starting to get anxiety, right? And when I start to get anxiety, I start to misspeak. I start to feel confused. I start to force my reactions. I start to worry about the perception of how I'm doing on the stream. I start to worry about how I look on stream. I start to worry about the camera angle, the mic angle, the lighting, all of the bullshit that doesn't really matter. How many people are watching the stream and whatnot. So where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? Anxiety, time management. Where am I going with this? I cannot remember what I was about to say. What the fuck was I about to say? He says, bro, you have been streaming hella, nigga. Yo, Dragonite, thank you for joining the stream. I can't remember what I was about to say, chat. I was going somewhere with that. That I got anxiety earlier today. Oh, yeah, about streaming multiple hours. Was it that? I don't know. All I know is that I think I have it. I think I have it. I just need to fucking get some eyes on me. He's like, I'm like, dude, soon it's not gonna be just me and him. She acts like when our baby is born, when Octavia is born, she's gonna be eavesdropping on our conversation or something. Like, I don't understand what she means when she says it's not gonna be me and her. Time management, baby. I'm on my lunch break and you're streaming twice during the weekday. Yeah, in the morning. But Dragonite, I probably won't be doing that once Octavia is born. The reason that I stream during the weekdays in the morning is because, well, right now I'm going to be doing it because I'm studying, right? For those of you who don't know, I just got let go from my software engineering job that I've had for 6 years. So I'm locking in right now to make sure that I don't go broke completely. But once I get a job and once our child is born, I will probably most likely not be streaming in the mornings anymore. I'm just doing that as a precaution because I'm learning these data structures and algorithms. That's the first thing. I'm learning data structures and algorithms. And then the second thing is that I stream in the mornings just in case Bailey goes into labor at night and I'm not able to do my afternoon stream. Because remember that I'm trying to complete a fucking goal. I don't understand why people don't seem to understand this. I have been streaming every single day from every single day of the year 2025 so far. I have streamed since November the 12th, 2024 until now. And I do not intend on breaking my streak. And since I do not intend on breaking my streak, I need to stream in the morning just in case in the afternoon something happens that deters me from streaming in the afternoon. Does that make sense? He says, early connection. He says, he'll see Kanai. He says, sup, bro? I've been here. I was just eating dinner. Yo, the other thing is, I think that I am working on becoming a better communicator, especially right now. Right now, I'm trying to stay in the moment, right? Whenever I'm in the moment, that's when I have the best streams. I'm trying to stay in the moment. I do think that this new camera angle is actually better than what we had before. And when I say camera angle, I don't mean camera angle. There's no camera angle, chat. What I mean is that having the screen that has the OBS on it with all of the stats and the camera and all of that bullshit is distracting. Right now, all I have is the camera in front of me and the screen with the content on it, I'm not even able to look at myself in the camera. I'm not even able to look at the stats. I'm barely able to look at chat. The chat is, I can see the chat from my peripheral. And I think that this is the best way to fucking stream because that way I'm not worried and thinking the whole time, oh, what are they saying? What is happening? What is going on? How do I look in the camera? What does the lighting look like? It doesn't fucking matter. All that matters is that we make good fucking content. The content is all that fucking matters in this bitch. He says, I want to give birth this weekend. I feel like shit and I'm over it. Her belly has dropped, so it's happening soon. Oh no, they're gonna drop the baby DLC. Yo, the baby DLC's incoming.
Help me.
The baby DLC is incoming, chat. W's in the chat for that one. He says, Bailey will give birth Thursday, $100. He says, nigga, stream at 10 a.m. instead, but get up with Hex Speaks. I don't know how that nigga be real and hella views. Hex Speaks, what time does he stream, Dragonite? Because I feel like he streams in the middle of the fucking night, like at 3 a.m. I'm not going to wake up at 3 a.m. to try and catch him. He says, go get a C-section. They will cut that shit out. No C-sections, bro. That shit leaves you a nasty scar. The C-section will ruin that shit. He says, Scott, you just made DDG quit streaming. Check his new upload when free. Whoa, wait, what happened with DDG? No way. He says, Scott, you just made DDG quit streaming. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to check that out, John. He says, did you guys almost do a surrogate? He says, the fuck, we ain't gonna get no damn surrogate. Ah, shit, not the surrogate girlfriend. That's crazy, bro. Anyways, what did DDG drop? DDG. Let's see here. He said he definitely a night owl. He said ain't nothing natural. They popping her with drugs. DDG does gamble stream. Wait, DDG's doing a gambling stream. What did he drop, chat? What did I do to DDG? Gold digger prank with my Ferrari. It worked. Are you talking about this video here, John? This video here? Gold digger prank with my Ferrari? Or did he drop something else? I'm done streaming this one. End of an era. Is it this one right here? I want to react to this video, but I'm kind of afraid. He says yes. Because I know DDG be being in bitch mode and he be copywriting niggas and doing like all this dumb shit. He says, I'm done streaming. End of an era. Mood, the album out now. We reacted to the album. There were some songs that were good and there were some songs that were trash. I was actually kind of surprised. I'm not going to lie. I thought it would be worse than that. I was expecting it to be worse than that. He says, it's over. It's your time now. Now you just need to make Kai quit. Yeah. I need to get all these niggas out of here, chat. Get out my fucking show, niggas. Scott Leonard has fucking arrived. Jesus Christ, chat. I'm hyped up too right now, man. You know what I need to do? I need to use the John Zerka technique. The John Zerka technique is I need to do a line before I go on live. Or get some Adderall or something, right? These fucking degenerates, chat. Oh, and by the way, tonight we're going to be reacting to a video, if we have time, of Jack Doherty getting harassed in, I think, Atlanta. It might have been Atlanta. It was funny as fuck. I'm not going to lie. It was either Atlanta or Miami. All I know is that I am tired of seeing all these fucking clowns make it, chat. Why can't your boy Scott make it? He says, take them out. Take them out. Take them washed out streamers to the recycling center. He says, hey, Scott, did you check Discord? I have not had a chance to check Discord yet. Let's see. You know what I also feel like doing sometimes, chat? And this might be a dirty move. But when we don't have content on Discord, I almost feel like raiding other people's Discord content. Like if I'm a member of a fucking Discord, other person's Discord, and they're dropping a bunch of content for them to react to, a real dirtbag mood would be just to start reacting to other people's Discord content. But I'm tempted to do it. It wouldn't be that hard. He says, you'll make it. You just need to collab with bigger content creators. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. What time does Heck Speaks go live? I've tried everything already, chat. And I know this nigga knows who I am and he knows that I exist. Because three people have told me that Heck Speaks reacted to one of my videos of me reacting to him. So I know that this motherfucker exists. I just need to get him on stream. That's why I've been reacting to so many of his fucking videos. Because I know I want him to go check his fucking copyright ID claims bullshit YouTube thing and see Scott Leonard. Fill his shit up with fucking Scott Leonard so he can be like, okay, this Scott Leonard guy's reacting to too much of my shit. What does he want? The same thing with that cocksucker Antonio Speaks. Antonio Speaks is another one, chat. But I know Antonio Speaks watches my fucking videos. You piece of shit. You dirty scumbag. You dirty scoundrel. You fucking sea slug. This nigga's happier than a horseshoe crab in a fucking gypsy market. Piece of shit. I know he watches my fucking videos because every single time I drop a video, he drops a video with the same fucking title, except for he reverses it. 100%. He says, Lamau, he not cool with us, Leonidas Knights. Nah, I'm about to show him that he's in Sparta, bro. This is Sparta. Every single time I drop a video, this motherfucker drops a video with the same exact title, except that he changes the words. And I know, look, the problem is that I'm too nice, chat. I'm too nice. I was told that I'm a bully by some random fucking schmuck on Discord, but I really am too nice. And I'm afraid that if I get on a Discord call with Antonio Speaks, I'm not gonna be hard enough on him, right? Your boy Scott becomes a fucking fanboy when I get these randoms on here, like, oh my God, like when we got the other fucking clown on here, man. He says Scott beefing with the whole industry. I mean, I don't know why And you guys are gonna have to tell me, I really don't know why. Every single time I meet up with a new content creator or I react to a content creator, I always end up beefing with them. Why is that, chat? Am I just a douche? He says, lol, Scott, make a fuck the industry song, my nigga. I'm just curious, bro. Am I that much of a fucking jackass that every person that I meet, I end up having a fucking argument with? Every single time, chat, without failing, every single time I meet another content creator on this platform or I react to another content creator, I end up having some sort of beef with them, bro. Every single fucking time. It's like, what the hell am I even doing, bro? Am I that abrasive? The other thing is, god damn, bro. You know, chat, I'm streaming right now on my other channel, right? Right now, we're streaming on the Scott Leonard Clips channel as well. And yo, it's hard to get viewers, chat. It is actually fucking hard to get viewers. If you think you're gonna jump on this streaming thing and get viewers, it's duds. I got a boat to sell you. I got a fucking boat to sell you because I was under the impression that maybe if I just started streaming on both, I would have a decent amount of people on the other channel. Literally have 0 people watching. Kanai says hater. Isabel says hater. Am I really a hater? Maybe I have a misinterpretation of what hater stands for. Because in my mind, a hater is a person who actually is like, you know, jealous, right? And I remember what I was going to say earlier. I wanted to say that my hatred, and I don't want to say hatred, but my disdain for Hasanabi, my disdain for Destiny, my disdain for all of these content creators that are grifting and making it does stem from a little bit of jealousy, because I think to myself, yo, how the fuck are these fucking fake ass frauds beating me at this content creation game, right? When I watch a Hasanabi stream or a Hasanabi clip, I think to myself, like, how the fuck is he beating me? How is he beating me? He's boring. He mumbles. I mean, I mumble and stumble too, I'm not gonna lie, but goddamn, at least I'm entertaining sometimes. Hassan is extremely boring. So I need to step my fucking game up. But I will admit there's a little bit of jealousy there, of course. Of course. But now that DDG's gone,
Help me!
now that DDG's gone, I'll gladly take his fucking spot. Can you imagine, chat? What do I need to do to get to DDG's level? The problem is that DDG has been making content for years, chat. For years. For years. I am brand new to this game. I have not done anything. Honestly, let's keep it a buck here. Let's keep it 100. If a guy like me blows up in less than a year, if I'm able to get to big numbers in less than a year, I do not deserve it. Because there's a line of people in front of me that have been doing content for years and years and years and years and years. I can't just expect to skip the line. But then again, I'm him. I'm him. So I am going to skip the line. I'm going to skip that shit. I am going to skip that shit. Yo, Donatello, thank you for joining the stream, bro. Thank you for joining the stream, bro. How you doing, man? He says, skip the line. I am going to skip the fucking line. I am going to skip that shit. Fuck the line, bro. Look, the thing is, it's a lot of fucking work. I'm not saying that it isn't. And I'm not saying that I deserve anything, but goddamn, no one can say that I'm not putting in the time, at least with the little bit of time I've been doing this, you know? And when I see some of these content creators blowing up, when I see the fucking Ray J's pay to play, it makes me angry. And the craziest part about it is now I'm unemployed just like the rest of us. Your boy Scott is unemployed just like everyone else now, so I can't even do nothing. He says, gotta pay to win. The problem is I got no money anymore, Donatello. All I got is my life savings, some investment accounts, and that shit has to last forever, bro. First of all, I don't want to touch my investment accounts until I'm old. That's the first thing. My savings account, I don't want to touch that either. My severance package, I don't want to touch that. Joe, chat, I am praying that I can get a job before my severance package even drops into my bank account.
Help me!
If I can get a job before my severance package hits, oh, chat, that's going to hit. It's going to hit different. It's going to hit different. if I can get a job before my fucking severance package hits. Because I can pocket that money. That's going to be a fucking sign-on bonus. And if I can get a job that has a sign-on bonus too, oh, GG's, my boy. GG's. All I need to do, chat, is memorize this fucking book. Memorize this fucking book. Lock in and get a job at like fucking Facebook or some shit, right? Yo, I'm literally getting paid to study at this point, chat. Why not take advantage of that shit? And then once I got the money, Donatello, then I'm gonna pay to play. The problem is I can't pay to play now. Now I'm just one of us. Chronically unemployed, chat. They knocked me off my fucking high horse. He says, get to selling ass. AI took your job. Yo, you know the crazy thing about the AI thing is, James, that when I downloaded the new Xcode IDE yesterday and we were doing the code examples, the example that the AI was generating wasn't even right. It wasn't even right. You would think that if they're implementing generative code, AI algorithms in their IDE, that what it's going to generate is going to be right, but it wasn't even right. It was wrong. So in my mind, as long as AI is still making those kind of mistakes, we're good, bro. We're good. And besides that, I'm not trying to be a software engineer my whole life. You know, when I was working in this company, we would get these guys. It would be like 50 years old, 55, 60 fucking years old, talking about, oh, I've been an engineer for 30 years. That's not a flex. I never intended to be a software engineer the rest of my life. But if I can get a job making like the job we saw yesterday, making Donatello, I was on LinkedIn yesterday looking at jobs, right? We saw a job for a financial institution. They were paying $900,000 a year, bro. New York City. Software engineer developing the trading platforms for a financial institution. $900,000 a year. It was, the salary range was $500,000 to $900,000. If I can find a job like that for iOS, yo, I might quit streaming. Yo, I might quit streaming, chat. If I can find a job making that much money for iOS, I would quit in a jiffy. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Or I would use that money to pay to win for real. My thing is that when you get knocked off your horse, you just got to get back on the fucking bitch, man. If you get knocked off your horse, you're riding your horse and they shot that shit, boom, knocked you off your horse, killed your horse. I'm not going to fucking cry about it. I'm going to lay prone until another nigga comes with their own. I'm going to steal their horse. I'm stealing another nigga's horse. So I just need to lock in for real. And I need to get back on that fucking horse, man. I need to make that fucking money, chat. Either that, or y'all need to start donating. Y'all need to start donating. Drop those donos in the chat. That's what I need, chat. You guys want me to fucking go full time? Make it worth my while. I'm gonna start the Begathon 2.0. He says definitely in the office. Oh, 100%, Kanai. I mean, shit, bro. If they're paying $500,000 and $900,000, there's no way you're working from home. There's no way, and they're gonna slave you out probably too. That's the only thing, chat. To be honest, a lot of these engineers that get the jobs that pay the real money, they don't work there for years and years and years. They work there for like 6 months or a year and then they burn out because they are going to drag you. If they're giving you that much money, they're going to drag you. You're going to be a fucking slave. He says, Don pay for Scott promo. He says, just vlog at that point. I mean, shit. You know, the craziest thing is I miss vlogging, bro. I really do. But right now my life is just, I need to get better at storytelling, chat. Every single day I come on here, I say the same thing, but it's the truth. I need to get better at storytelling. When your boy gets better at storytelling, that's when this shit's gonna really blow up. And in order for me to get into the storytelling mood, I need to be in the right mindset, right? Like right now, tonight, for some reason, I thought I was gonna be extremely tired and in a bad mindset. But in reality, I think I'm in a pretty good place right now, even though we really don't have that many viewers in here, right? I just need to work on my storytelling skill, man. I need to work on my storytelling skill. And the truth is, it's not even that I need to work on my storytelling skill. It's two things. One thing is that when I'm talking, I need to think about what I'm saying. I need to be in the moment. Like right now, I'm in the moment, chat. I'm grounded right now. I'm in the moment. When I'm in the moment, I can talk clearly and the ideas flow and everything is good. I need to ground myself in the moment. And when I'm telling a story, I need to go into detail. The problem that I always face is that when I'm telling a story, I seem to skim over all of the details. I just tell you guys all the facts. And most of the time, people don't give a fuck about the facts. People just want to know the emotional aspect of the fucking story. Telling a person a story that's just all facts, that doesn't bring up any emotions at all. Oh, guys, last night we woke up at 2 a.m. We went to the hospital. They told us that Bailey was okay and we came home. That doesn't do it. It's not gonna cut it. So I need to snap out of having a very mathematical, logical, scientific, engineering brain, and I need to get into my fucking painter mindset, my fucking artistic mindset, my emotional mindset. Because it's a very big difference between telling somebody, oh, I woke up at 2 a.m., my girlfriend was having contractions, we jumped in the car, we drove to the hospital, they made us wait for an hour or two, they checked her out, we got back in the car and we went home, then telling them, yo, guys, you won't believe what the fuck happened to me last night, chat. Oh my God. Yo, I was snoozing in my bed, sound asleep. I was already having dreams. I was chilling, chat, relaxed. I was flowing. When all of a sudden I heard moaning and groaning by the side of the bed, the whole bed was shaking like a fucking earthquake, and I jumped out. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I look at Bailey. She was about to have birth right there on the bed. My heart started racing. I was looking at her like, what the fuck is happening? I thought I was in a scene from Alien, the original movie, 1984 type shit. I thought that shit was gonna burst out of her chest like a chest burster. So I rushed to the fucking kitchen looking for the key, scrambling, worried about her breaking her water. Come to find out, she just had a stomach ache.
Help me!
We're driving down the highway. She's yelling at me. It's a very big difference, you know? It's a very big difference. And I think that a lot of the time, it comes down to not being in the moment, and that's why I don't go into detail. And it also comes into overthinking the story and also being lazy, right? Because telling you a story with emotional impact takes more energy. Your boy Scott be living in standby mode, chat.
Help me!
He says, I be living in standby mode. I'm not even lying. I be living with my battery in fucking low energy spending mode, where I don't want to expend any energy explaining the details. I don't want to fucking move around too much. I don't try to engage the audience. And in order for you to tell a good story that has emotional impact, you need to you need to put some oomph into it. You can't be trying to save energy the entire conversation, right? Being super duper scientific and factual. Now, that might come in handy if you're trying to teach somebody something, but if you're just trying to be entertaining, it's definitely not entertaining at all to be telling a dry ass story with no emotional impact. And I've been saying this for fucking multiple days. A good story, a good stream, a good vlog, it has to either make the person laugh, make the person angry, make the person sad, teach them something. Those 4 things, I guess. I thought there was 5, but I would have liked it to be 5, but I guess I'm not smart enough to come with the 5th one. He says, just like a fucking bot. I mean, royalty, I am a bot. Sometimes I'd be thinking, am I an NPC? I might actually be an NPC. I'm not even joking. If this is a simulation, I might be a fucking NPC, chat. The question is, who's the real person? Mama! Who's the real person? Who's not the NPC? That's the question. Because if I'm an NPC and I think that I'm real, then who the fuck are you? Are you the real person? Is Kanai the real person? Kanai can't be the real guy because he hasn't watched The Matrix yet. He hasn't. You haven't watched The Matrix, so there's no way that you're not the NPC. You're 100% an NPC. Who is the real character? Is Bailey the real character? Maybe our unborn child is the real character, chat. You ever watch that movie? What is the movie? Shit, bro. What is the movie about the guy who crawls into the tunnel and he pops up into somebody else's mind? John. Oh my God. What is this fucking movie? It's so stupid. Anybody know what movie I'm talking about? It's a movie where a guy works in an office and he finds like a secret tunnel and he crawls into the tunnel, becoming John Malkovich. Yeah, anybody ever watched that movie, Becoming John Malkovich? If you haven't watched Becoming John Malkovich, you gotta watch that fucking movie. It's the stupidest premise ever. It's about a guy who works in an office and he finds a secret passage. And if you crawl through the passage, right? You crawl through the passage. When you get to the end of the tunnel, you appear inside of John Malkovich's body. And little by little, this guy figured out how to control his body. And the whole movie, that's the premise of the movie, essentially. It's actually pretty funny. He says, old ass movie. It's a good movie, though, Roti. It's one of my favorites, man. It's literally one of my fucking favorite movies. Becoming John Malkovich. Ay, chat. You know, I'm realizing that I am old. And it's scary. Chat. I'm realizing that I'm old. And it's terrifying. It is fucking terrifying. The sole fact that I know a bunch of old fucking TV shows and movies makes me shiver with anguish. When Bailey's talking to me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like Gilligan's Island. She's like, Gilligan's what? I'm like, Gilligan's Island. It's a TV show from the 1970s. And then I start to feel old. I'm like, oh, it's like Aliens 1982. 19 what? Oh, it's like Popeye, the Sailor Man. Popeye who? No! That's when you realize that you're old. You realize that you're old when you start referencing shit and you're the only person in the room who knows what the fuck you're talking about. When you're the only person in the room who knows what the fuck you're talking about, you're referencing some old ass show from the 1960s. It's like I Love Lucy. And they look at you like, what the fuck is this guy even talking about? I love who? I Love Lucy. It's like the A-Team. It's like McGuire. It's like Knight Rider. It's like, I'm too fucking old. I'm too fucking old. Why do I know all these fucking old shows? He says, Scott, that's not old. You just a geek and a dweeb. Bro, I feel super duper old when I mention that kind of shit. And the person doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. He says, Kana says, nah, it's just you aren't on social media and no, not in tune with society. It's also because I'm old, bro. Because young people don't know any of those fucking movies I just mentioned. I Love Lucy. Gilligan's Island. The thing is that I'm just the right generation where when I was a kid, the internet was just starting to pop off. We had the dial-up. You guys remember dial-up? He says, nigga lives in a bunker. You got that right, bro. I live in a bunker, a 1980 bunker. 1980s bunker, chat. I only have access to old-ass fucking media. I remember when I was a kid, chat. Circa 1999. And you would have to use the dial-up to go on the internet. It would block the telephone lines. I remember downloading some fucking video game that took like 10 hours to download. And now if I look up that video game, that's the craziest part about it. Have you ever, for those of you who have experienced downloading shit from the 1990s when the internet was slow as fuck, have you ever gone back and looked up any of those games to see how big they were? Because I swear to God, the game that it took me like 5 hours to download, that game was less than a gigabyte. It was like 800 megabytes or something crazy like that. That means the internet was slow as fuck. It was slow as fuck, chat. There was this game that my dad bought before we moved to Panama called A10 Warthog. That game is only like 2 gigabytes. The old Tomb Raider, who knows how fucking much the original Tomb Raider probably weighs. That shit is probably less than a gigabyte. And it's crazy that back in the day when you wanted to download something like that, it would take forever. I mean, for fuck's sakes, when you used to download a song used to take like 5 minutes to download, 10, 20 minutes to download one fucking song. Royalty knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Downloading a song would take fucking literally 10, 20 minutes. One song. Worst part about it is when you go and you find your old computer and you plug that shit in and you look at the stuff you had on there, that shit looks blurry as fuck. It's like, no wonder your parents told you get away from the screen. Because you were looking at fucking pixels, nigga. You were looking at 180 pixels. 188 or whatever the fucking lowest amount of pixels you can get on a screen is. That shit was trash. That shit was garbage. Go find an analog TV. Plug that shit in. That shit is trash. You can't see shit. It's blurry as fuck. I always find it fascinating how the human mind works. Because the human mind makes you think that those things were up to, you know, the latest graphics, right? When you saw the new PlayStation 2 and you turned that bitch on, you were like, oh man, the graphics on this shit are amazing. And you thought you were looking at something that looked hyper realistic. That shit was straight trash. Straight trash, chat. Straight fucking trash. Garbage graphics. That shit, you can't even understand what you're looking at. And it's always surprises me when I go back. The other thing is when you go back and look for an iPhone. Have you ever seen an iPhone? He says the CRT TV was 480 pixels. Have you ever gone and found an old iPhone? The old iPhone, chat, is about this big. It's about this big. I have one. I can go get it right now and show y'all. If you want, I can go grab it. It's this big. An iPhone 4 is this big. It's half the size of this phone. It's half the size of this phone and it's about 2 inches wide. And I can't imagine that I was gooning on an iPhone 4.
Help me!
How the fuck was I gooning on an iPhone 4? Was I gooning with the fucking magnifying glass? Damn, I'm gonna need a magnifying glass to look at my pecker and the screen? That's crazy.
Help me!
I kid, chat. The self-deprecation here is crazy. Ay, chat. No fucking way, dude. He says iPhone 4 is one of their best phones. I feel like grabbing it and showing you guys the difference really quick. You know what? Let me go grab it, chat. Give me a second. Y'all stay tuned. Let me go grab the phone. I know where I have one saved, so you guys can see the difference. So you can be like, what the fuck? Here. Check it out. So I think this is an iPhone 4S. And just so you can get a good size comparison, look. Is that not crazy? Is that not crazy, chat? And I find it amazing how your mind fucks with you. And you start to think, for some reason, your mind tells you that these two things are the same size. But then when you go back and you look in reality, they are completely not the same size. There's like a ginormous size difference between an iPhone 4 and this. But for some reason, when you remember in your mind remembers it as if they were the same size. He says, that was what I used to stream on, bro. That's insane, bro. That's insane, bro. And you know that if I could turn this on, obviously it has no charge. I don't know if it would even turn on at this point. If I could turn this on, I guarantee the graphics on this shit are ass. This shit probably looks like trash. You probably can't even understand what you're looking at. I mean, I didn't stream on that shit, but I used to goon from one of those, and gooning on that is crazy. He says, we all knew they were not the same size, nigga. You don't look at specs. But it's not, I'm not talking about in theory, royalty or the actual facts. I'm talking about how you remember it, bro. Think back in your mind. Think back in your mind. When you remember using your phone, do you remember it being super duper fucking small? Because I don't. In my mind, I remember it almost like it's the same size as the one I have right now. But in reality, they're not the same size. That's what I'm trying to say. My memory, your memory of the phone is not accurate. Maury says, I do. Or maybe I'm just mentally ill. If I'm the only one who thinks like that, then maybe I might be mentally ill. Because for me, remembering back, I don't remember it as a super tiny small phone. He says, because I knew the dimensions. I might be mentally ill in that case if I'm the only one who remembers it as being normal size. Ay, chat. I guess you got me, right? He says, I remember I had an iPad. I had an iPad mini and I had an iPod, yes. The iPod, the one that looks like a phone though. What was that called? I can't remember what that one was called. He says, yes, that was it. Cereal? Bailey's eating cereal. Is this real? On a sidetrack, chat, this is crazy. Sorry, I was just scrolling through shit on YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck? This is scary. This nigga don't chew? These niggas don't chew? That is one fucking scary son of a bitch. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like some fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. You one ugly son of a bitch. That is one ugly son of a bitch, chat. No cap. Holy shit. Nah. Homie's eating that shit whole. Whole. Yo, somebody get this nigga a glass of water. Get this fucker a chaser, man. By the way, the person who's filming is standing right next to it, which is also freaking insane. Because I heard that these aren't these dangerous? Yo, hey, nature is crazy, dude. He says they aren't dangerous to humans. Are you sure? Yo, he really wants to eat that shit, bro. He's breaking all its bones and shit against the ground and using the ground to push it into his fucking mouth. This is insane, bro. I've never seen something like this. The problem with this animal eating its prey whole like this is the amount of energy that it's using to fucking eat the prey is a lot, bro. It's using a lot of fucking energy. So the question is it worth it? Says we can't interrupt nature as part of life. Let me just speed this shit up to the end because I know we're losing viewers for watching this shit, but it showed up on my feed and I had to click on it. I was like, oh no, I had to click on that shit because it was just too crazy. I'm sorry, chat. I know y'all. I saw the viewer count drop, but it's like I had to click on it. And I'm like, damn, this shit is. I had to click on it. There is no way I don't click on that shit. It showed up on my feed. I was like, okay, this is crazy. He says, Scott, you're dumb. I had to click on it, duder. I had to do it, bro. Fuck me. Nature, you scary. That nigga ate that shit whole, bro. Whole. Nah. Nah, he villainous. He on some demon shit, chat. No way. He says, you think it wasted a lot of energy eating that boar? Homie was snacking. Can somebody get this nigga a drink of water? That shit made my throat dry. No cap. That shit made my throat dry, chat. What the fuck did we just watch? What do you rather fight? This or a crocodile? Probably a dumb question. And I says this. Oh shit, bro. That shit was disgusting, but it was also pretty interesting, chat. Disgusting, but interesting at the same fucking time. Yo, nature is crazy, bro. And niggas out here thinking they're special. Niggas out here thinking they're special. Meanwhile, in fucking wherever the fuck that was, you got fucking niggas eating whole ass fucking boars. Okay, this nigga has to stop, chat. This nigga Antonio Speaks needs to stop. The pick me Asian epidemic. This nigga needs to stop, bro. Yo, somebody stop this nigga, chat. Please, somebody stop this nigga. This nigga needs to stop, chat. Stop him, please. He can't keep getting away with it. He cannot keep getting away with it. Somebody stop this nigga. Jesus Christ. It pisses me off that a guy like this will get videos that have 27,000 views. He has so many followers talking this bullshit, bro. Jesus Christ. The most respected streamers from every generation. I'll add this to the fucking playlist. Seems kind of boring. Why am I getting mental illness on my fucking feed? I don't want to show you guys what I have on here. He says he gets way more views than you. I know he gets more views than me, and he's talking some bullshit. I think more than anything, it has to be what I said earlier today. These guys get so many views because they're telling people what they want to hear. He's telling people that you're a victim, that you're systemic racism, that you're entitled. He's telling them all the stuff they want to hear. So of course they're going to subscribe and watch. I'm telling people the opposite. I'm telling people what they don't want to hear. That's the difference between me and Antonio Speaks. He says, you too, bro. You're always telling us what's wrong. Yeah, but I'm not making you guys feel like you're victims. His angle is, oh, this is wrong because you're a victim. You should be mad or you should be sad because you're a victim. Like, that's crazy. He says, don't tell me shit. Jesus Christ. He's getting away with it too, man. He's getting away with it too. Anyways, let's do some quick reactions, chat. The first thing, fuck. I know we covered a little bit of this earlier today, but I do want to cover the Ludwig situation again. Tectone dropped a video about it. Everybody's dropping videos about the Ludwig situation. Before we jump into that, there's a new music video that dropped by the same guy who made the Hasanabi music video trolling Hassan, Gucci I Marks. So we might react to that one as well. That's gonna be the first thing we react to. There's some news, bro. Venezuela is fucked. Venezuela is done, chat. They are done. They are finished. In fact, maybe we should start off with the news. I don't even know, chat, at this point. You know what? Let's just go with the flow. First video, this some CEO type shit. Gucci Marks. Let's fucking go.
Yes, Danny and this bitch. It's my platform, baby. Come stream on Twitch. I like 'em crazy. Yeah, Danny fucking rich. Girls don't be late.
This guy, bro. He's going crazy with the AI.
Strip down. Shorty lose the fit. And Danny 60, but still want some off.
No way.
Twitch calling you wild and free. These
He says, don't mind your safety. Yo, W's in the chat. Oh, the AI on this one is on point, not gonna lie. The Hassan one was kind of hit or miss.
I don't care.
He says Ludwig is a follower of Hassan Abi. Ludwig is basically Hassan Abi's boyfriend, bro. I don't know what the fuck Ludwig is on.
You can always leave it.
He says, watch the Pegasus video that I sent you to your DMs. Okay, we'll watch that one after this, son. The Ludwig situation.
It's a soft core side. We got the
The oil got stolen.
flash your titties.
I don't know how, but on this one, the AI really did get him. On the Hassan one, the AI was a little bit off.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna cover the Jellywig himself. Diabolical, chat. He says, yo, Scott, this is whack, bro. Nah, shit's funny, bro.
So sad I'm crying, but I
Jesus Christ, bro. This guy's on a roll with the fucking AI clips.
baby. Yeah, there's some CEO type shit. My life a movie. TwitchCon was off the grid. I'ma watch some streams now. Chill out, cool off a bit. See you in the next one. Gucci Marks generated the shit.
Jesus, dude. This one was on point. I'm not gonna lie. The Hassan one was hit or miss, but this one was on point. Anyways, let's go check out the video that Royalty dropped in the Discord. Let's see here. More Pegasus. They just got fucking destroyed.
Welcome back.
Ludwig just destroyed his reputation. More Pegasus. Let's fucking go. Ludwig is a bitch, bro. I hate to say it, but he really is. This guy, he's a fraud. He's a suck up. He's a brown nose. Can you imagine not being able to stand up to Hassan Abi? That's pathetic.
To a series so
That's pathetic.
Even Electivire subscribed. In today's video, Hassan is desperately trying to gaslight his friends into thinking that he didn't shock his dog. Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning are calling out Hassan for shocking his dog. Rank number 1 invertebrate, Jellywig, is back defending Hassan. He's saying it's actually not a shock collar. Ludwig, please. He's talking about the harassment he's been
What is it? Is it Ludwig? Ludwig? Or Ludwig? What is his fucking name? From now, I'm just gonna call him Jellywig, bro.
from Hassan viewers for daring to go against Hassan. He's also calling out slop tubers once again.
Not the slop tubers.
And playing victim, saying that people are calling him spineless and jellyfish and using ad hominem attacks. He's going after XQC, calling him a chaotic, evil human.
Chaotic evil. That's crazy.
Hassan, while not actually caring about his dog. Local Hassan orbiter, Denims.
Not Denims.
Ludwig calling him a sociopath. Out of nowhere, Sneeko is ripping into Hassan and saying that nobody should be friends with him. Subscribe or you become a Hassan orbiter.
Oh my goodness. Not Frogan. By the way, anybody watch this fucking the clip that they just took this from? The let's get up these numbers. You gotta go back and watch that clip. The full clip is so degenerate, bro. This guy is a piece of shit.
Now let's.
He's such a piece of shit.
Hassan apparently zapped his dog and we had a ton of stuff go down. Now after all that, he said he wanted to quit streaming because of the backlash.
I want to shut everything off. I just want to go away.
He says, if you speak in the Dutch, then yeah, it's Ludwig Wonderbar in US, and we speak English. He said, this is not a Volkswagen. Oh, man.
Right, so now Hassan has brought his friends on stream.
Speak in the Dutch.
Convinced them that he didn't actually shock his dog. Hassan and his boys claim Colorgate is a hoax.
They've been calling me a terrorist for the past 2 years,
That's so
every
crazy.
single day. A lot of people were just like, maybe not comfortable being like, yeah, he's a terrorist, but they were like, oh, dog, we found it. We found something. We
At
found
least that one was
something.
consistent.
Yeah, but they were.
And you've been on the internet for a long time.
Yeah.
You said some questionable stuff in the
I
past,
don't know
right?
what you're talking. Okay, Andrew
Who
Cole.
are these two fucking random black people he picked up from Compton?
This one was like the first
Compton.
time I've known somebody gets some internet backlash, and like, I've seen firsthand how this is not the truth.
Yeah,
So it
but
was like,
it
it's
doesn't-
interesting.
Right, so he says, I've seen firsthand. What do you mean, Kaya lying on the bed? I just don't understand this explanation at all, because we saw the clip, we used our eyes, and we used the evidence. Whatever you're seeing now is an altered version of reality, because Hassan will obviously be taking measures to make sure that nobody ever thinks that he's mistreating his dog ever again, right? That's why when she actually leaves place now, he's afraid to actually zap her on stream, which is why you can't see it anymore, and everybody just has to reference the older clips. Now, I don't know who these people are.
I was about to say, these two black guys that he has on the stream, now I'm curious to see what their whole conversation was. I actually am curious, what were they doing on the stream? Who are they? How they get there? Where do you pick them up from? And what did they talk about? Yo, Google Rabbi Discord 90. Dude, go fuck yourself. I'm so tired of the fucking kickbots, chat.
Who Hassan has brought on to cover for him, but congratulations, you are now one of Hassan's pawns that he has successfully manipulated. Then Hassan finally has a moment of self-reflection and he says, am I a bad dog owner? Yes, the answer is yes.
It's so funny because like the shit that I saw was people being
He
like,
says, nigga went to Figueroa.
dog is forced to stay in one area.
I am serious, though. I really am curious. What did they talk about?
Have you been around a dog?
Yeah,
They
so
love
crazy. A lot of
sleeping.
people
Oh, we went to Compton.
Their dogs are like living inside of piss and shit as they go and work in a fucking cubicle all day, being like, "This is the worst abuse I've ever done seen in my life."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, am I like a bad dog parent?" Like, what the fuck? Like, it started making me question myself.
Why are they laughing like that was so funny? Am I delusional here, chat? Am I the only one who's wondering why the fuck are they laughing like that shit was so funny? He said, am I a bad dog parent? And they laughed like he cracked an amazing joke. What was the joke?
Especially because it's like, like I was like, am I actually like a mean or bad dog parent? Like I couldn't like, at first I was like, this is fucking ridiculous, but then they fucking kept gaslighting so goddamn hard that I was like, man, maybe I'm just a shitty dog parent.
Yeah.
Wow, Hassan, why would you think that? Interesting, don't you guys think, that the man who claims that he has never abused his dog and he doesn't actually mistreat his dog is actually having feelings that he's a bad dog owner and actually mistreats his dog. Buddy, that was your last remaining brain cell fighting for its life.
Oh, the SpongeBob fucking images just do it for me.
You to face reality and the uncomfortable truth of the situation that you are not a good dog owner, and you immediately suppress it, just like the way you suppress your cult and make them believe a singular thing. You're doing the same thing within the confines of your mind, and you're gaslighting.
It's called delusion.
It's honestly impressive. Right, so then he says that people are acting like he punched his dog and are overreacting.
The way that this has been blown out of proportion is unironically, it's like if I punched Kaya in the fucking mouth on camera, it would probably be worthy of this level of response.
Yeah.
I got 3 things I want to say. The first thing is, chat, what is worse? Stalking your dog, shock therapy, or punching your dog? Honest question. I'm curious. Which one do you guys think is worse on a scale from 1 to 10? The other thing I want to ask is, how much did he pay these 2 niggas to just agree with everything he says? The glaze is fucking crazy. The glaze in this clip is crazy, bro. I don't know if we can watch this on stream. It might not be appropriate for kids under the age of 18. The glaze is fucking crazy.
Like, or it would have been above and
They're
beyond.
just nodding like their fucking heads on a swivel.
People have been really pressing it nonstop. I mean, they're still gonna keep pressing.
Yeah, you probably got a good like month, and it's gonna be like, oh, when you're on the internet for a long time, there's so many different like angles and factors with things.
No, Hassan, you didn't punch your dog, at least from what I've seen. You've only grabbed your previous dog's tail, potentially causing permanent damage. You've had a collar on so tight, it potentially caused an open wound. You've zapped your new dog like you press a fucking elevator button repeatedly. The second it dares to move or stretch its legs or even reach for water, it's been licking its lips for like 5 minutes and you're like, zap, zap, no, don't you move. So I don't know, I would compare that to you actually punching your dog, because you're causing it pain, fear, anxiety, and in general, you're just being a piece of shit, and you even know it. I told you, this guy is Dio. Okay, now Dio kicked the dog and put it in a furnace and, you know, maybe took it a couple steps further, but Hassan is basically the same guy, let's be honest. Moving on to my goats, Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning.
Good Mythical Morning. I feel like I've seen these guys before, but I haven't seen them in like years and years and years. They're buried. Anybody in here watch these niggas? I haven't seen these niggas in years and years and years.
On a live stream, and apparently they weren't supposed to do that for like PR purposes, but whoopsies.
Look at the Rhett and Link thing. Shout out to Rhett and Link for slipping up and dropping a Collargate reference.
For context, Rhett and Link are some of the biggest and most OG YouTubers ever.
So I have a bark collar, and I put it on vibrate. I'm gonna like, so Hassan.
Let's not get, okay.
Damn, even these guys are blasting Hassan. That's crazy.
Go.
Nope.
And we're not. But I'm just saying, I have a vibration collar.
Yeah, right. Okay. We're not even gonna talk about that.
Why are they dressed up like discount Star Trek?
I think this might be the single most consequential thing that Hassan has ever done. This is bigger than 9/11. Okay, this is.
Nope.
Oh, he said this is bigger than 9/11. What he means is when Hassan said 9/11, they deserved it, or whatever the fuck stupid shit he said.
2 hours, the dog gets off the minuscule platform. Hassan mutes his stream, moves his arm to the same place as 20 other clips, and then the dog jolts out of nowhere. The dog then stayed in the same spot for the next 5 hours, the same exact spot.
Even though the dudes that are making the videos are weirdos, some of them are talented, obviously. That's how they got, like, their following.
Memes.
Yeah, the memes are funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Respect, the memes are very funny. Like, even that song, She's My Palestine, I've Got the Power. That was...
Some of them are talented, obviously.
Like it or not, black people care.
Hassan is malding so hard over this. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, chat. He's in the fucking hot seat. He doesn't know what to do. How does he squirm his way out of this one? That's what he's wondering.
Care about the border? Man, shut the up. Black people care about the border. I don't give a what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this. Black people care about that. Like, shut the up.
That's right, guys. Hassan doesn't care about black people. Confirmed. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, I love how Rhett and Link know about this now. It is getting so absolutely huge. And I just can't get over the audible gasp from their entire crew going, no, we can't mention Hassan anything but that. No, you said the name Hassan. Now his community's gonna go after us. I mean, come on. Just say it loud and proud. We all hate Hassan, okay?
He said, fuck Hassan. All the homies hate Hassan. That's crazy.
It's so lame when you can't speak up for the sake of like random politics or whatever. Like Rhett and Link were just trying to, you know, have an honest moment there, just say what they actually thought about the situation. And then I don't know who was telling them to stop or whatever.
Probably their producer.
Specific managers or showrunners, but they are the stars. They are the reason people watch. Just let them say what they want, right? And I'm so glad Link actually said that. As someone who used to watch their stuff in the past, this is a W. Again, guys, did I lie when I said this is the most legendary series ever created? We got good mythical morning joining in, dude. I mean, I remember all the food challenges they used to do, the tier list. It was such good content. They would like compare a bunch of like fast food restaurants and stuff, and they just made it so funny and entertaining. They're actually the goats. We love Rhett and Link. Not sure about their managers or whatever the hell, their staff. I don't know if they're Hassan Glazers, but if they are, stop that. Stop that immediately. People responded, Rhett and Link are just a couple of out-of-touch dads, so if they're aware of this, this has really gotten around. Rhett and Link's production team has always been like that. They remind me of HR. To be honest, when I used to watch them, they were pretty chill or cool. I mean, I don't remember. I don't know how it.
The question I have is, why does nobody watch them anymore? I feel like every single person I've heard talk about this, both myself, Royalty, now Pegasus, they're all like, when I used to watch them. Did they fall off that hard? Are people still watching them? Are they still popular? Are they still popular?
Changed. I haven't watched them for quite a while now, but yeah, I don't know. There's such a cult. Even a whisper about Hassan sends them into panic mode. Why would it ever not be okay to call someone who abuses their dog? Because they think it's going to turn into some political thing when it's not. Okay, just because he discusses politics, that doesn't mean you're not allowed to call him for something so obvious, just such as him mistreating his dog. Like, is that just a pass? So then everyone should just become political commentators, because that way nobody will ever call you out because they're afraid that you're gonna get dragged into politics, bro. For their production team to silence Link and gasp, that is so telling to the leftist mindset. He and Rhett are your bosses and you're just authoritative bitches around him. I hope this doesn't die and everyone talks shit about it forever. I mean, maybe, you know, just taking.
Yo, Royalty, you're laughing now, but don't laugh when the apocalypse happens. I'm gonna be safe and sound in my bunker.
Help me!
I'm gonna be safe and sound in my bunker. Don't come knocking at my door. Don't come knocking at the door of my bunker. That's all I'm gonna say.
A charitable interpretation. Maybe they're just watching out for them. Maybe they don't want them to get dragged into the drama or be harassed as well. But I don't know anything.
This is my bunker is DR.
If Rhett and Link are dunking on you, it's freaking over, bro. Just pack it up and go home. Dude, I love this so much because, you know, Hassan has this thing where he automatically assumes that everyone who hasn't spoken out against him is secretly on his side.
He does do that. He does do that. He has the Trump syndrome. So I hear some people are saying, like, some people, who are these some people you're referring to? He does that shit all the time. This nigga thinks that everybody's on his side. And if you're against him, it's because you're paid by Israel. Such a delusional mindset.
So now when he hears Rhett and Link talk about it, oh my god, it's like a dagger to the heart, you know? Hope Rhett and Link are unironically ready to deal with the wave of legitimately regarded Hassan fans coming to try and ruin their week over this. Oh, that's 100% happening. We know that. We got the Shock My Dog song. I just don't play music in general because of like copyright and stuff, but yeah, goated song. Moving on to Jellywig. He has once again switched sides. You cannot make this shit up. Hassan said, Ludwig, please, please. Him, and basically Ludwig is defending him again. Ludwig now claims the collar is not a shock collar. Literally last time you were saying it's 100% a shock collar. What?
I think he lied about having a shock collar. I think
this nigga said 100%. He didn't say I think it. He didn't say I hypothesize. He doesn't say it could possibly be. He said I'm 100% sure. And now he did a complete 180. Jesus Christ. And this guy, is Ludwig that talented? Chat. Anybody watch Ludwig? Is he that talented? I heard, and when I say heard, I meant I saw a video that he made about a month ago where he started streaming again from scratch. He opened the incognito Twitch account and he couldn't even get viewers. He used to be crazy popular. Oh, I know. He used to be number 2 or number 1 on Twitch. I know that. But nowadays, I think he's ass, bro. He made a video, Kanai. If you go to his YouTube channel, he made a video where he started streaming on a new account anonymously, but showing his face. But it was just, you know, a new account not associated with his old social media. He couldn't even get viewers, bro. He said he was going to give, if he started today, he would give up. That just tells me that he just got lucky.
100% had a shock collar.
Why do you do this? We were just glazing you.
But I want to make sure if I know something, speak honestly. After my stream, I got close-up pictures of the shock collar. On my mother's life.
On my mother's life is crazy.
I didn't see prongs. I'm pretty sure it's a vibrate collar. So maybe I should have said 99% sure instead of 100. I'm not making any other comments about whether he has a shock collar, has shocked or whatever. I never made a comment saying he shocked her to begin with, but I just genuinely saw a picture of it after. It did have tape, and the tape was...
The thing, I think what happens is that a lot of these older content creators that have been around for a long time, they're sitting on their laurels. Like, I doubt that Ludwig is doing anything new or creative anymore. Maybe when he first started, he might have been. But also, the meta has changed tremendously, and most of the viewers that they have, they gain them because there are lots of parasocials. They've accumulated peak parasocials over the last 10 years, 8 years, 9 years. So it doesn't matter what he does nowadays, it's gonna pop off if he's on his existing social media. But if he tries to start over from scratch and nobody knows, like if his existing followers don't catch wind that it's him, and he tries to start off from scratch, he's not getting no viewers. He made a video proving that. He said it himself. He said, oh, in 2025, it's too hard to become a streamer. I mean, I would argue that he's right, but he's wrong. Because look, I have how many people I have right now? I have 6 people. What we're watching is probably boring, I'm assuming. And that's why we don't have a lot of people in here tonight. But if I can get 6, 7, 8, earlier today we had 23. If I can get that many people watching my stream, then it's not as hard as he says. He just needs to be more entertaining, right? He's a generic white dude. He got lucky because he started streaming back in the day.
I think it was covering or had his phone number.
What video is old? The video of him saying that it's impossible to become a streamer? It's from like a month ago. Royalty.
I saw a picture of it. Perhaps he went out and bought one. Perhaps he went out and bought one, and this was a ruse to fool me, perhaps. Stop farming it. I'm not farming it, but like I genuinely saw it. So it's like, am I supposed to sit here and not say I saw it? Because I saw this after I did the stream. Should I lie? Should I lie and say I didn't? I don't love this shit, bro. I'm just genuinely sitting here as a human. I saw it with my own eyes. And I went on live saying that it was a shock collar. So now
how's he so far from his mic?
I'm honestly impressed by Ludwig. He's managed to do every single thing wrong.
But I just genuinely saw a picture of it.
Yes.
And everybody in the chat is mad. Oh, brother, why? And this is one of his first supporters, one of his mods.
Bro, for the love of Christ. We have the creator of the collar, confirming it's one of the shocking ones. We have people proving you can remove the prongs with ease.
Wait. Time out. The creator of the fucking collar came out and confirmed it.
Mama!
Bro, pack it up, Hassan. If the fucking manufacturer came out and confirmed it, there's no other explanation, bro. It's a done deal. Can you imagine being such a piece of shit that you make up a lie, you get caught in your lie, and you refuse to back down? That's crazy.
That have literally overlaid the schematics of the collars, showing how it's 100% a shocking one, since the vibrating type is much smaller.
These people from now on will always call you a Nazi. They will always say that you're a traitor. They will never trust you again. They will lie about you, and they will enjoy it. You've already lost.
This is literally why I did not change the nickname from Jellywig, okay? I knew deep down this jelly ass mother flipper, rank number 1 invertebrate, king of all jellyfish, supreme overlord, ruler of jellyfish fields, is still deep down a Hassan dick rider, okay? What is this, man? What is this? First off, you said you got close-up pictures of the shock collar. Okay, first off, he didn't mention who sent him those. It's gotta be either Hassan Piker himself, right? Because, you know, he probably has some messaging with Ludwig.
Probably.
Or Taylor Lorenz, okay? And both of those sources are just horrible. Second off, how long has it been since the actual incident? Guys, the murderer could not have shot the victim because I saw his gun. Oh, I saw it 3 weeks later, actually. No, I didn't even see the gun, actually. I got a close-up picture of his gun 3 weeks later. Therefore, he could not have shot him, guys. Unbelievable. This level of logic is so fucking stupid.
I kind of understand what's going on here, though. If I'm being honest, Ludwig obviously doesn't want to burn his Hassan bridge because Hassan is like the 4th, 5th most subscribed Twitch streamer on the platform right now. He definitely has some pull and some influence. So he doesn't want to burn his bridge, but he also doesn't want to come off as a person who doesn't like animals, right? And if everybody in the whole rest of the world is calling Hassan out, he has a tough choice to make. Do you go with the bandwagon of people who are pointing out the reality of the situation and risk losing the opportunity to collaborate with Hassan in the future? Is it worth it? Or do you side with Hassan, try to not burn your bridge, but then have everybody hate you? It's a fucking tough choice. Oh, and also, yeah, Cutie Cinderella probably told him, you're making my boyfriend look bad. Cutie Cinderella probably told Ludwig, you're making my boyfriend Hassan look bad. Shut up, my real boyfriend. Oh my God.
He has multiple colors. We know he's a proven fucking liar, pathological liar. You know this, and yet you still insist. You insist on firmly grasping it in your hand. Don't ask me what he's grasping right now. Now, he also says there was a tape to cover the phone number. Now, if you remember, the other person who said that was Taylor Lorenz, right? So this is their new excuse, right? So of course, I'm not gonna believe proven liars here, like Taylor Lorenz and Hassan here. And
Yo, Timothy, thank you for joining the stream.
Let's assume it's actually true. Hassan has tape on a collar for the specific purpose of covering up his phone number.
Oh, Kanai, nothing's gonna look. Hassan is one of those guys who he only damages people that are left in his wake, but nothing's gonna happen to Hassan. Hassan can't get canceled because his fans are brainwashed, bro. Just like you said, Dr. Disrespect, it's the same scenario. The Hassan fans have been conditioned. They will never turn on him. A few of the outliers might turn on him, but the core base is not going to turn on him because he's brainwashed them essentially. So anybody who attacks Hassan is going to get fucked, and Hassan's going to keep on moving. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't work that way, but I don't know what he can do to really get canceled. He'd have to do some crazy, heinous shit. It's like Destiny. Look at Destiny. Destiny is literally being investigated right now for PDF file behavior, and he still has his audience because they're brainwashed, they're conditioned. They'll never leave him. They will never leave him. No matter what he does, they will still tune in and they will still watch and they will still support. That's just how the internet works.
Right? Now, why did he write the phone number on it? Don't ask him that. Don't even ask him which color he actually wrote the number on. Now, we did actually overlay the exact model. The shock collar company came out and said that that is actually...
They're tribal, that's why.
I don't know how they still think they can...
Remember how I always tell you guys I'm not part of a team? Well, most people do join a team. And they invest their emotional mindset. They invest their emotional stability in the person or the team that they've latched onto. So if a person is a Hassan fan and they've invested emotionally in Hassan, it hurts them emotionally to cut ties with Hassan. And they feel like any attack on the character of Hassan is an attack to themselves. You know, that's why they defend him so vigorously. They defend him so vigorously because when you attack Hassan, it's like you're attacking them. They've internalized every single talking point that this nigga makes. They feel like an affront to Hassan is an affront to them. They don't want to back down. They don't want to look like a fool by changing their opinions. So at that point, it's impossible to convert them. They're brainwashed. They're literally brainwashed. They've brainwashed themselves somehow.
Lied to us. QT said the prongs were removed. So how is QT Cinderella completely contradicting Ludwig here? And first off, Ludwig only got close-up pictures. QT actually went to Hassan's house, right? So
I know she had to go to Hassan's house when he was hitting it from the back. How else is she gonna get hit from the back? She went to Hassan's house when she had to get the fucking update, chat. Let's keep it a buck, bro. There's no way. I'm willing to bet my life on it that Hassan has hit that. No way. No way. Come on, chat. You already know when she was there looking at the collar. I bet she had a close-up view of the collar when she had it around her neck. Come on, chat. Doing that freaky deaky shit.
people making fun of him, and I guess he's calling out both sides here.
They have like the same ad hominem attacks, you know, Donald Trump would say to me if I was talking to him in a debate. Spineless, you would hide your zombie bite if you were in a zombie apocalypse.
That one is rough. You would hide your zombie bite if you were in a zombie apocalypse. I mean, low key, I wouldn't put it past him. I would not put it past him, bro. He's a slime boss. Fucking sketchy ass motherfucker.
Etc. And what I noticed is when Hassan fans were mad at me, they co-opted the same exact language that the group of people who they hate, right? Maybe like some right-wing grifters, whatever, slop tubers, whatever, use. They use the same, like bar for bar. They use the zombie comment. And so I realized then that like, oh wow, it's actually just basically online bullying to try to get me to join like either the side of defending or the side of attacking.
You know what's funny? And I don't know if More Pegasus is going to say this, but what's funny is he basically said that both sides were saying that he was a jellyfish. The Hassan fans were saying he's a fucking jellyfish, and the Hassan contrarians were saying he was a jellyfish. What does that tell you, Ludwig? It tells you that everybody fucking thinks you're a jellyfish, bro. It doesn't matter what side we're on. It doesn't matter what side they're on, bro. Everybody thinks you're a scumbag, jellyfish, spineless piece of shit.
Dude, you can't be serious. Bro is actually playing victim now. What the heck is this, dude? Just when you were reaching the light. Also, this man just said ad hominem attacks. Buddy, that is after we provided all the evidence and facts and proved he's a liar. When literal proof doesn't work and you guys literally turn off the screen whenever reality is shown in front of you, like that Sasha Grey person who literally sees reality and turns off the screen, what do you do at that point? You gotta be a little funny. You gotta create a couple memes. It's not that deep. Calling him Jellywig or Spineless, those are just funny things, right? You are allowed to call us nicknames too. In fact, you do. Hassan calls me a slop tuber. You just called us slop tubers, and obviously he knows I exist. He obviously is referring to me half the time as well, right? And he says, oh no, he's being mean to me, guys. Am I gonna sit here like a little bitch and be like, oh no, he's being mean to me, guys. He's calling me a slop tuber. I'm gonna cry and play victim here. Oh, he called me a slop tuber. He's invalidating my hard work here. Like, brother, get a grip, dude. It's a fucking funny name. It's a meme. Don't act like we haven't already fought with facts and evidence, and then we just added a little flavor on top and you're losing your mind over it. Also, I just gotta remind everybody, since everybody forgets this every 2 seconds, but Hassan is a terrorist glazer. Of course we're gonna be mean to him, but he's mean to his own dog, okay? He deserves it. People responded back on the leash and the iconic meme. Yes, he was covering his phone number on the inside of the device on the collar. He wouldn't have put his phone number in the outside. People might have easily seen it and used it to call him. I think Ethan actually tried to write on it as well, and he found out that you can barely fit your name, let alone a phone number in there. When you backpedal like this, the side that was starting to be on your side for calling out the obvious hates you again, and the side that hated you for it still freaking hates you. This is how you let cancel culture win and you take a fat L. I mean, Ludwig is doing irreparable damage to his rep.
Let him, bro. He was already out the Ludwig is already fallen off anyway, bro. Who the fuck watches this guy? I'm saying who the fuck watches this guy, and then I look back and I see that I only have like 3 people watching my fucking stream. Make that make sense, bro. Y'all, you know, this video is long as fuck too. Y'all be hating, bro. What do you guys want me to do? Y'all be hating, chat. I don't know if I should just continue watching this fucking video or what. He says they arrive right now. Niggas be hating, dude. They be hating. Your boy Scott is trying to have a good stream tonight, even though this video does have a lot of rehashed information. Let's see what else is going on, man. I did not need to see that. Why the fuck do I have this on my fucking thing? I do not want to see that. Do not recommend this channel. Don't want to see that shit ever again. That was disgusting. He says, look into Only Way Up. Could play that and yap. Look into the fucking game. Tonight.
If you work in a job, bitch, you ain't never try to.
It doesn't even matter what game I play, bro. Most of the people that watch my stream don't like gameplay. I realized that. There is a video that Sneeko dropped that I wanted to react. It was the second video in my playlist. You know, now that we watched the Pegasus video, or at least we watched a big section of it, I can't even watch this Tectone video, obviously. It's going to be a rehash. I'm the kind of guy, if I watch 3 videos about the same topic, I can't watch anymore. Anyways, let's see what Sneeko dropped. Sneeko dropped a video called Stop Worshipping Celebrities.
Getting so sick of the Satanism.
Not the Satanism.
Say no. The imagery is in every
Say no to Satanism. It's crazy.
worship him. I wake up and I see this Santa baby parody where it goes around with this degeneracy. She's crawling on all fours with 4 children at home. And the end of the video has to be Macaulay Culkin, the star of Home Alone, creepily looking behind his camera.
No fucking way, chat. I don't necessarily believe that there's a Satan, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that a lot of the times they grab the satanic imagery because they think it's cool. And don't get me wrong, there might be some dummies in Hollywood or whatever that are into occultism and they think it's some sort of fucking edge they have, but I doubt that there's an actual Satan controlling them. Let's keep it a buck. I'd have to see a fucking demon or a spirit or something to let me really start believing in this shit. I do find it weird that they do love to grab that imagery, but I think that there's really it's just for inside jokes bullshit. They think it's edgy more than anything. Human beings love what's taboo. I would be pretty surprised if there really is a Satan. That's what I'm trying to say. That being said, is it good for society? No. Do I support it? No.
As if to wink and say, sex. Christmas, but sex. Stop.
And could I be wrong? Maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Zoe.
Cringe. Oh my god, bro. Yo, Sneeko's a demon for that one.
Wait, can you get it on your phone?
Nico is a demon for that one. He pulled a fucking Fuzi.
It's the same director who was behind this nun shoot of Rihanna, where they made her look like a slutty nun. Astaghfirullah. This year alone,
Astaghfirullah.
was at every award
Haram!
show like the Grammys. It was in the opening ceremony of the Olympics.
Okay, this was uncalled for. But is it Satanism? I don't think it's Satanism. I think it's just degeneracy in general. That was uncalled for, though. I will give you that.
Where they just had to go and recreate the Last Supper with a bunch of fat they-them people again. We just want to watch the girls play volleyball and some guys run around the track, and now we got to see more Satanism. My issue is the celebrities used to make all the satanic imagery very subtle. You would need to reverse a song and kind of hear.
I was literally saying this a few days ago, bro. I literally said this shit on stream a few days ago. I said, yo, back in the day, if there was any type of messaging, any type of subliminal message, it was hidden. You had to go fucking search for it. But nowadays, they don't even give a fuck no more, bro. They just tell you straight up. They're like, okay, welcome to the club. We're going to be sacrificing babies today. At 2 p.m., we're going to be collecting souls. It's like, what the fuck is going on, bro? We've reached peak degeneracy at this point. They're not even making an attempt to fucking hide it. We're going to indoctrinate your kids at 4 p.m. Stay tuned for that one. And let's go look at Paul Allen's card.
Lucifer, ball, Lucifer. Now they just shove it in your face at the opening ceremony.
They don't give a fuck no more.
You see, the issue with these celebrities is we're not supposed to be this hyper aware of what they do. The fact that they have to sell their soul for eternal fame and glory shouldn't be this well known by the public, or else the illusion is shattered. If everybody knows that they need to pledge allegiance using one-eye symbolism to show that they really worship the Antichrist, then people aren't going to believe the celebrity anymore.
Please be gentle with the figures. Don't touch the head, hair, or hands because they are fragile like my ego.
We went to the fucking wax museum. Yo, Martin, thank you for joining the stream, bro. Is that Tom Cruise? Ay, ay, ay. Some of them look really good, though. Matthew McConaughey. I mean, shit. The Kim Kardashian wax figure might be more realistic than the actual real Kim. This might have less plastic on it than the real Kim, chat. No cap.
People like Johnny Depp would walk around.
No cap.
The essence and aura of a prophet, of an idol, just for the fact that they did a couple of movies. Leonardo DiCaprio could go around the entire world and be treated like he's the president. But lately they have been making so many public blunders, like Jeffrey Epstein, like Harvey Weinstein, that now we look at all these traditional celebrities and see nothing more but a weird pedophile sex club. What they don't seem to understand is the vast majority of the public wants to be brainwashed. They want to be kept under a spell so they can be happy doing normie activities.
Yo, Sneeko be saying the exact same shit that I've been saying forever. Why is it when I say it, it doesn't hit though? I've been saying forever that people love having a king. They love having a king. They love having a dictator. They love having another person to look up to. They love it. They eat that shit up. Because when they have a king, when they have a dictator, when they have an idol, somebody to idolize, it takes the accountability away from them for their actions. They can just go through life oblivious, not worrying about anything. They love it. They love it. This is the reason why I really do think that our society is going downhill, because people don't want to take accountability. And, you know, back in the day, it was up to men. You know, women, I hate to say it, it's going to sound very misogynist, but women have always had the luxury to live in a fucking fantasy world. You know, when women live in a fantasy world, it doesn't fucking matter. Women have had the luxury from the beginning of time to be able to chill and live in an illusion, a delusion. It didn't fucking matter. But men have always been held to a standard where, yo, your word means something. Yo, your fucking responsibilities, your fucking obligations. And the problem we have nowadays in society is that we've gotten to the point where now men have become delusional too. Men don't want to take accountability either. Men want to live on easy mode too. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to uphold their obligations. They don't want to do any of that shit. They want to fucking live in a delusion as well. You can't have both genders living in a delusion. That's the problem we have now. We're fucked. The West is done, chat. I've been saying it and people don't want to listen. You know, when I say it, it doesn't hit. When I say it, I guess it doesn't hit when I say it.
But when you force it into every
James says, sounds like you.
medium of media, the illusion shatters forever. If they had pushed just enough amount of depression and lies to make us sedated enough to watch their terrible movies, we would have been okay with it. But they got so greedy with their devil worship that their idol status will never be the same. Nobody will worship these celebrities the same way ever again.
Their idol style. Oh, fuck. I butchered that one. Their idol status has been lost because we've realized that anybody can get in front of a camera, anybody can act. The internet has made this shit so fucking easy. And then you start to realize that a lot of these celebrities aren't even as talented as you thought they were. They're just curated. That's all. They're just curated. Back in the day, the major corporations that wanted to run media, they would handpick the people they wanted to give fucking influence to. The people they could use as pawns. And our eyes have been opened to that illusion because of the internet. Because we've seen so many people that actually have talent, more talent than these fucking celebrities. And now the illusion is broken. And then the celebrities in a reactionary move to gain popularity again, they started revealing their lives to the public. And the problem with these people, they're very vacuous, they're very shallow, they're very superficial, they're not that in depth. So when they start showing their life, people are like, what the fuck are we seeing? This guy's a weirdo, he's a creep. It destroys the illusion. They overplayed their hand. Sneeko's right.
If you're the type of guy that dates around, the best litmus test is to see how much she worships celebrities. You need to look through her Instagram following and see the ratio of BBLs to family members.
BBLs to family members is crazy.
She gotta go.
I'm not gonna lie, a female who is into gossip and celebrity bullshit is mad annoying. When they're obsessed with it, mad annoying, chat.
The second litmus test is Spotify. If she knows more hip hop than you, if she's singing along to Future lyrics, gotta go. She would take him in a second. A lot of people believe that it's normal to prefer a celebrity they'll never meet over their own significant other.
That's also crazy.
At a concert for a man she's never met, she would sleep with that man and never meet you again. Because what people don't seem to understand is the modern celebrity status is a system of energy harvesting. If fame is measured by the amount of attention you're receiving, then whoever harvests the most amount of energy wins. So essentially, to become a modern celebrity, you need to steal the attention and energy that would be used to worship God for yourself.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my, he's partially right, but partially wrong. He's partially right, but partially wrong. I don't know about the God worshiping part that he's bringing into this, the religious aspect. I don't believe in all that woo-woo, but I do think that it is the harvesting attention is a factor, but I don't know if there's a spiritual element to it, per se. Call me naive, but I don't think there's a spiritual element to it. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know everything.
I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts. You'll be good at sports. Know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, cause you've got an awfully long way to go.
The stage becomes the altar and the crowd becomes the sermon. A sea of people repeating lyrics that were written by Satanists right back to one person that's harvesting all of it. The crowd leaves depleted and the celebrity leaves with more self-esteem than ever before. The difference is, if these people had spent that same time and energy worshiping God instead of a person, they would feel energized instead of depleted. Not to sound like a...
Yeah, like, I don't know where he's going with this one, chat. He's kind of missing the mark a little bit. It says energy's harvesting. It's 100% correct. I think that there is some sort of... I don't want to say energy. I don't really believe in this whole energy bullshit. But I do think that there is definitely a ego, self-brainwashing aspect of this, for sure.
Party pooper, because I know we all want to have some fun, but what's the difference between this scenario and a place of worship? There really is no difference. I wouldn't call it out if these people were promoting something that's positive, but they have made it abundantly clear that they worship the devil. If 2024 was the year that all lies will be exposed, like Cat Williams said, then 2025 is when they all go to jail. This year was the final domino in the entire empire. It was starting to collapse ever since Epstein in 2018, and the whole Diddy fiasco was the nail in the coffin. It was once a crazy conspiracy theory to insinuate that the hip-hop industry...
Yo, I like this thing Sneako's doing with the whiteboard, bro. That was actually pretty fucking creative. Damn, this guy's fucking creative. I hate to say it, chat. I hate to say it because it sounds like a crazy Sneako glaze, but this nigga is actually fucking creative, bro.
Was trying to promote the gay agenda using the CIA to promote lyrics subtly, and they were all participating in sex rituals for a record contract. But now that's true. No amount of baby oil can wipe away the pain that was caused in 2024. Next year, we will finally see how deep the rap...
I said glazing. Not Taylor Swift. Who the fuck is that? Damn, they got everybody in that bitch, bro.
Yo, he's a figure. He's a figure. Yeah.
Because what's become blatantly obvious is...
Sneako's such a fucking idiot.
Celebrity status is the farthest thing worthy of worship because anybody can attain it if you sell your soul. The term selling your soul gets thrown around.
The reason I say that, Dragonite, is because how many streamers have you seen do this, bro? Think about it. How many desktop streamers have you seen do this? I haven't seen not one ever do this before. That's why I said this nigga's hella creative. Now, he might have seen somebody else do it and taken the idea. I don't know. I'm not in all places at all times, chat. But I think it's a pretty nifty idea. I wouldn't do it. It's not my style, but still, I think it's pretty cool.
All the time, but it's really as simple as trading your moral dignity to someone else so that they own you. And that can look like anything from a cannibalistic blood ritual to a contract that says you must support this country no matter what. You sign on this dotted line, you can't say this, you can't say that, but you'll have more money than you'll ever.
Especially in the big 2025, I feel like most content creators would just use a computer and like a MS Paint or some bullshit to do that. So that's why I think like, damn, okay, like he's doing this shit like old school.
Some people say you're just playing the game. I say you're choosing to submit to evil. Because it's not just a deal with that record.
He says, yeah, you're cooked if you think that Sneako was the first to do this. That's why I said I don't think he was. I don't know though. I haven't seen anybody else do it. I haven't witnessed it with my own eyes. That's all I'm saying. I haven't witnessed it with my own eyes, James.
Company or the movie industry, it's essentially a deal directly with the devil. You are choosing to compromise what you believe in to make money and to be worshipped. You are sacrificing the goodness of other people in this life so you can...
I don't like Atozi. I'm not a big fan of Atozi.
See, these lives might be more enjoyable, there's more dopamine and pleasure, but everyone will be tested on...
Okay, he's going schizo over here, chat. He is going kind of schizo, I'm not gonna lie. That was schizo as hell.
Too common now. It's worth nothing anymore to sell it. If everyone's promoting Satanism, then how valuable is it really to sell your soul? Hollywood just got a little too greedy. It's very ironic, actually. If you want to be remembered and have influence, you might as well say something that's positive because everybody else that's famous has already put out negativity. You won't be remembered if you sell your soul. It's like all those girls that sign up on OnlyFans thinking they're going to become rich and the average salary ends up being $100 a month. Now that the pendulum has swung the other way, we're going to see a lot of desperate attempts to come back to the side of normalcy.
Are we though? I don't think so. I don't think so because those people in Hollywood are in a bubble. Hollywood actors, Hollywood musicians, everybody in California, they're in a bubble. They don't even know that they're not the hip kids on the block anymore. They're deluded. They have that circle jerk that they do every year, giving their little awards to each other. They're delusional, and they don't realize that most of the country doesn't fuck with it.
People need to be ruthless. Everything will be remembered. We must be militant with our beliefs. It's time to say no to Satanism.
Nico's such a troll sometimes, dude. Jesus Christ. Such a fucking troll. And this guy's a fucking dummy. Like, dude, where's your fucking self-esteem, brother?
Wait, can you get it on your phone?
Where's your fucking self-esteem? Where's your fucking self-esteem, bro? I'll never be one of these people. I will never be one of these people that kisses up to celebrities to that level. Ever, ever, ever. Also, that being said, is Sneako a celebrity? Do you guys consider Sneako a celebrity? He says, who is it? NYC? He says, royalty, that collab would be hella strange. Two over-analyzers linking up. He says, Scott and NYC with Sneako, that would be a weird stream. I think that shit would be lit, bro. I think if I were, first of all, if I were able to get on a stream with Sneako and we started talking that talk, you know what talk I'm talking about. If we started having that talk, I think that shit would get me hella fucking followers. I need to find content creators that do the same thing that I do, right? That just talk and do the same shit that I do, and I can get hella followers from them. He says, if you glazed DDE, you would have done the same thing. He says, he's so starstruck, his brain stopped working. Nah, y'all are crazy. He says, Red Sneako lives in NYC. He says, kind of, but not really. Nah, I'm pretty sure that if I can get covered by like a Tectone, an Asmongold, a Sneako, even a Hassan, any of those content creators that just does normal talks, then I'll get hella fucking viewers on my stream after that. That's my hypothesis, chat. That's literally my hypothesis with this shit. Anyways, I told Billy I was be ending at 9 at the latest, so I'm just going to cover one more quick video here. Fox News, the U.S. sends an aircraft carrier to the Caribbean in major show of force. Yo, America is going to go full. We're going full throttle at this bitch. Full throttle, chat.
High-stakes trade and mineral talks one day after he cut off trade negotiations with Canada.
And this overseas homie cut off the negotiations with Canada. That's crazy, bro. Over an ad, by the way.
Comes as the commander-in-chief flexes America's military might by sending the world's largest aircraft carrier to the Caribbean.
They're fucked. They're fucked. It's GG's, bro. I give it, before the end of the year, we're going to be bombing targets, hard targets in Venezuela. Watch.
The latest. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning. This will be President Trump's longest foreign trip of his second term so far, a 5-day swing through Asia with stops in Malaysia, Japan, and South Korea. The president's long-haul flight took off last night and won't land in the region until late tonight. His schedule is packed with key trade meetings with world leaders as he looks to finalize deals and shore up new investments. But his biggest test is a face-to-face meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping.
Damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Xi Jinping kind of has aura. I ain't gonna lie, chat. This nigga kind of has aura, bro. Look at him. Look at him. This nigga has aura, chat. Fuck.
Help me.
Damn, we might be cooked.
Amid their ongoing trade war.
Well, I'll be talking about Taiwan.
Not Winnie the Pooh.
I'll be going there, but I'll be talking about it. It won't be too far away. A lot of respect for Taiwan. We want to take care of our farmers. We have a lot to talk about with President Xi, and he has a lot to talk about with us. I think we'll have a good meeting.
The trip comes as the U.S. military continues to strike alleged drug boats in the Caribbean and put pressure on South American leaders to curb illegal drug cartels. In a major move yesterday, the Pentagon announced it's sending the Navy's most advanced aircraft carrier strike group to the Caribbean to dramatically increase the presence of U.S. forces there.
The President of the United States.
Oh my God, not Stephen Miller, chat. Mama! Look at this fucking guy. How is this guy even still alive? Look at this fucking guy.
A terrorist activity. These organizations are the ISIS of the Western Hemisphere.
The ISIS of the Western Hemisphere is crazy, bro. That's an insane comparison, guys.
They control territory, they field armies, but these are terrorists and they're going to be killed.
President Trump has also authorized the CIA to conduct covert operations in Venezuela, while the country's leader, Nicolas Maduro, says the U.S. is fabricating a war. Charlie, Rachel, and Griff, back to you.
All right, Rebecca, thank you very
Rebecca.
much.
Thank you, Rebecca.
So this is getting it's getting really interesting.
It's getting really interesting. That's your fucking expert analysis. This is getting really interesting. Yo, they're about to fuck shit up, chat. I'm not even gonna lie. Aircraft carrier, that's a bad sign, bro. This nigga is fucked. And you know, if there's an aircraft carrier, there was already a nuclear submarine there that we knew about. There has to be at least 3 of them, bro. There literally has to be at least 3 nuclear submarines. There's probably a few destroyers at this point. You're fucked, Maduro. You're fucked, dude.
And of course, you can make a very good argument for why this putting a focus on this part of the world makes a whole lot more sense than the decades we have spent spending billions, trillions of dollars and our blood and fortune in places all around the globe. Our actual backyard is actually maybe
when we said America,
part of the world that we should focus on.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, this buildup in the Caribbean with Maduro and trying to deal with that situation at the same time that he's going over to China. Well, this is related, right?
Yes.
China has been in the Western Hemisphere. The way he's gotten in many ways is through Maduro. He's part of that regime in a lot of ways.
Through Maduro? Are you fucking serious, bro? Where do they get these fucking morons from, chat? Really? China's got into the Western Hemisphere through Maduro? Are they just making shit up? Are they just pulling the shit out of their ass? Through Maduro, really? Oh my. Now, if you said it was through Bolsonaro in Brazil, I would say, okay, maybe you can make an argument that China has been using Brazil to get a foothold in our hemisphere. But Venezuela, nigga, are you stupid? What kind of fucking take is that, bro? These people just, yo, can I get a job at Fox News? Because these niggas are talking stupid. Like, what the fuck is she even saying?
He's a client, Maduro is a client, or Venezuela is a client state of China. And so
I would argue that Brazil is a bigger client state of China than fucking Venezuela, dummy. What the fuck is she even talking about?
President Trump saying, I'm going to clean this up and getting very serious. I mean, Griff, we were talking about the kind of military we're sending there. It's no joke.
Overkill.
Is it no joke? You cannot send a stronger message than to send this Carrier Strike Group 12. So the Gerald Ford is our most sophisticated, largest aircraft carrier. It has the destroyers in tow, 5 or 6 destroyers as well. There's a nuclear sub in the area.
I told you, Chad. I told that fucking aircraft carrier ain't going nowhere without at least 3 destroyers with it, and at least 3 fucking nuclear submarines that are fucking incognito. They're so up shit's creek. Venezuela is done, bro. Maduro, I don't know what you're gonna do, man. I guess I'm gonna be seeing you in about 2 months in Miami for international criminal courts. They're gonna fuck if you survive, that is. You're fucked, buddy. You waited too long, bro. You're a dummy. You're stupid.
And you know, look,
get wrecked.
It is exactly what you're talking about, China. So the Wall Street Journal reports that inside the White House, they're calling it the Donroe Doctrine, right? A reference to the Monroe.
Oh my God, the Donroe Doctrine. Are these niggas stupid? By the way, Latin American countries hate the Monroe Doctrine, just for the record. You saying that you're going to implement the Monroe Doctrine, like, it's like you're trying to galvanize all the other countries against us, bro. Are you stupid?
Doctrine back from more than 100 years ago when President Monroe.
They hate that shit.
To stunt the European influence in Latin America. Well, now it's China. Now it's Russia. And President Trump's making it clear to that entire area, not only
Latin American countries hate the fucking Monroe Doctrine. They hate the fucking Theodore Roosevelt bullshit talking about, oh, we gotta step quietly and carry a big stick. They hate all of that shit. They see that as fucking old school bullying, colonialism. Like, come up with something new, bro. Even if it's gonna be the same fucking policies, give it a different name. Because those are bad optics.
taking out the drug boats and taking on Maduro, but sanctions.
Bad optics.
Gustavo Petro of Colombia sending a very strong message. Petro's been one of the biggest critics of President Trump.
And the biggest ally of Nicolas Maduro. And a lot of people say, and we've heard Maria Corina Machado say it on our show as well, if Venezuela returns to the people who won the election last July, to the opposition party, and the Marxist, socialist government of Maduro goes down, so will Cuba, and so will Nicaragua, and we'll essentially get all of the communists out of our hemisphere, because Bolivia just had an election this past week, and a center-right candidate beat Evo Morales. Morales, of course, being a huge leftist, Marxist. So we're cleaning the communists out, but we're also getting rid of the Chinese. The Chinese have taken over ports. They've basically they're colonizing Latin America in the same way that they've done in Africa,
I don't know if that's considered colonizing, though. If they're doing it through commerce, is that colonizing? I think it's a smarter fucking way to operate than what we did in the past. What we did in the past was colonizing. Colonizing is when you show up on your shores and say, I'm taking this from you. Wah, wah, boo-hoo, cry about it. If you fucking fight back, we're gonna fucking kill you. That's colonizing. These guys bought the fucking, if they invest billions of dollars and make a port where there was no port before, then that's not colonizing. It's just fucking commerce. They're just smarter than us.
over the resources, the mines, the ports, making dirty deals with elites in those countries who don't care about.
I hate to say it, they're just smarter than us.
Resources going under the ownership of the Chinese, as long as their little family is taken care of for the next few generations. And so they've been bought off. And so America is saying we need to clean that up. We need to get China out.
If anything, America should have done that. That's the truth. America should have been doing this from the beginning. We should have been helping these countries out to develop their fucking industry. That's all we needed to do, chat. All we needed to do was the exact same thing that China is doing. Help those countries to develop their industry, and then we would have a foothold in the countries. But we've neglected, we've been negligent. We've neglected our relationships with these Central American countries because we tried to screw them over multiple times and take their shit by force. And now China just came over and offered them help. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. You get more flies with honey than vinegar.
And also going after the drug dealers and the drug manufacturers who are dumping massive amounts of poison into the country. And, you know, you can make the argument that, well, America shouldn't be a marketplace for it. Well, that's true, too. But part of destroying that market.
I mean, think about it this way, Kanai. Imagine you have a lump of gold in your house, but you have no way of refining it. You have no way of producing anything with it. And then somebody comes and they say, you know what, we'll build the refinery in your house so you can refine the gold that you have, but we want to have majority stake of it. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm sorry. If anything, if you didn't want another nation from the other side of the planet to come over and do that, then you should have done it. That's all America needed to do. You should have done it. You should have offered the helping hand, but you didn't. I don't know what to say. And I also don't understand how you intend on extraditing China from those countries when they've invested billions of dollars in the fucking actual engineering and infrastructure.
Place is destroying the supply, and Donald Trump is already doing that.
And Pete Hegseth.
Am I crazy? Is that a bad take?
We're going to treat you like Al Qaeda.
Yeah, you're going to die. As Trump said, you're going to die. You're going to be, you know, like dead.
I'm Steve Doocy. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page.
That was Fox News. There was actually 2 clips about this. I don't know what NBC is going to say.
Welcome back. The Pentagon continues to ratchet up pressure on Venezuela, with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announcing today a major show of military force in the region. In a post on social media, Secretary Hegseth saying he ordered the deployment of the USS Gerald Ford Carrier Strike Group to the Southern Command area of responsibility, which includes Venezuela.
That is a flex, though.
U.S. military flew 2 B-1 bombers near the coast of Venezuela yesterday, according to a defense official. Meanwhile, the military strikes targeting alleged drug cartel boats in the Caribbean continue to escalate. Secretary Hegseth also announcing today yet another strike, specifically.
China, you know what China is doing, Kanai? I would like to say that they didn't learn this from us, but they really did learn it from us. They didn't learn it from our government. You know who they learned it from? They learned it from our companies. China learned this strategy from our corporations. They learned this strategy from companies like Apple. I watched a documentary about Apple, right? And in this documentary I watched about Apple, they explained that when Apple was developing the iPod, the iPhone, all of these new technologies, Apple was flying out all of their engineers, right? All of their mechanical engineers, all of their software engineers, all of their big fucking, you know, the brains of the operation. They were flying them out to China to train the people at Foxconn to be able to develop the iPhone. And what we don't realize is that when we train all these people at those companies, now they have the knowledge, right? And they were able to take that knowledge and use it to develop their own systems. So China observed how a company like Apple could invest in rural people, give them the tools necessary to develop technology, and then let them flourish. And China's just doing the exact same thing in these other countries. They're just doing the exact same thing. They're just investing capital into poor countries, giving them the resources necessary to capitalize on their natural resources with the added value of getting an ally and also getting a cut of those natural resources. And it's very hard for you as a country to hate a group of people when they got it without hurting any of your people, right? Because if America goes into a country that has oil and we bomb the shit out of the country, we take those natural resources by force and we create a refinery there, and then years later America leaves, it doesn't matter that America might leave and at some point transition the natural resources back to the original owners. The original owners still hate you. They still hate you. They're going to hate you forever. And that's essentially what America has done throughout all of history. I grew up in Central America. In Central America, in history class, they have lessons and lessons and lessons and lessons and lessons about American imperialism. Because that's how they see it. It doesn't matter if you built the canal and then you gave it back to the Panamanians. They're still going to hate you because you killed a shit ton of people when you did it. Versus you coming in and just giving the money, overseeing the construction, and doing it peacefully without any violence, you know? And that's what China's essentially doing. China's essentially doing that in all of these countries. They're just going in peacefully. They're saying, oh, I noticed that your country needs a port. I noticed that your country needs a port. There's no port here. You know what would really help the financial situation of your nation? If you had a port. So let our contractors come in. We're going to build the port for you. We're going to build the port for you. But we want the proceeds from the port. The port's going to help grow your economy. And you can do whatever you want with the surplus in the economy. But we're going to own the port. That's all they're doing. You can't even call that imperialism. That's just commerce. It's literally just commerce. It's commerce. We just weren't smart enough to take that because, you know, America wants to be big and bad. Oh, we want to go and take your shit. Oh, you can't do nothing to us. That's not the way to fucking do this, bro. And even now, attacking Venezuela, it's still not, we're still making the same fucking stupid mistake. This is going to come back to bite us in our butt at some point in the future. It always does. Mention to me one time it hasn't come back and bitten us in the butt. I'm waiting. When has it been one time that we haven't fucked up and it hasn't? You know, the only place I can say where it didn't bite us in the butt is in Europe. Because in Europe, what did we do? We kind of did what China's doing. We invested in the countries. We gave them resources. We built that back. We built Europe back up after World War II. Why? I hate to say it, Chad. This is the one thing I might have to side with fucking Content's Universe and Antonio Speaks and Saros TV, I might have to side with them on this one. Part of the reason why America built back Europe after World War II is because, let's face it, those people look like them. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. They built back those countries because they said, yo, hey, I mean, I'm German American. Oh, I'm Italian American. I'm Polish American. Those people look like me. I identify with them. Because I promise you, whatever places were bombed during World War II in Africa, that shit didn't get fixed. They didn't build that shit back. They don't give a fuck. And it's the same thing with Central America and South America. They look at those people as inferiors. That's the problem with American fucking foreign policy. The problem with American foreign policy is that we look at other countries when the people in those countries don't look like the general population of America. They're just not fucking, you know what I'm trying to say. We look at them as inferiors. And we don't give a fuck about their lives or how we fuck it up or the consequences. We don't care. Am I wrong? Am I talking crazy here? Anyways, chat, it's about to be 9 o'clock. I hope you guys, you know what? I don't hope shit. You guys better have fucking enjoyed the stream. Drop a W in the fucking chat, guys. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. End this fucking poll. Tonight was a slow one, bro. I don't know what's going on. Tonight was a slow fucking stream. He says, I say yes and no because when we do help, they misappropriate funds and extort in other things. I mean, you're right, but damn, we should have some more oversight then. I don't know what's going on. Tonight was a slow night, chat. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on because last night we had a crazy amount of people in here for the same amount of time, right? It's been how many hours? 2.5 hours. We had 200 plus people. Tonight we've only had 108. And we have not been able to break past 14 concurrents. Then earlier today, I streamed and we got up to 23. We got one. Lately, I don't know what's going on with my views either. My videos have been doing horrible. He says, L, don't talk to us like that guy. Yeah, what guy? You know what guy? Yeah, I know what guy. Lately, my fucking views have been abysmal too. On my videos, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this channel. Oh, you know what? I forgot I was streaming on the other channel. Let's check out the other channel really quick. Let me check out the other channel before I end the stream. I'm streaming on the other channel and I forgot that I was even streaming over there. Was it Scott Leonard Clips? Scott Leonard Clips, no. We have nobody watching. Chat, nobody's watching. Zero people watched this stream tonight. 2 people watching. That's me and maybe a bot. Nobody said anything in the chat. Yo, that's a disappointment for me, chat. I really thought that if I streamed on this channel, since it has no algorithm, the algorithm is just based off of the current clips that I have posted there, that the stream would get at least more people maybe. But that shit got 0 people. Literally 0 people. Damn. Okay, I guess I learned something here, right? Anyways, let me drop the sound on you guys. Tomorrow we will continue the grind.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're going to see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
Yo, guys, it's your boy, Scott Leonard, your favorite streamer's favorite streamer. The biggest hater, the biggest pocket watcher. The Black Admin Gold, the voice and news outlet of the chronically unemployed, the king of the unemployed at this point. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications. I stream every single day, 6:30 p.m. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Before I go, you know what? I won't say it. Peace, peace. Peace, guys. Let me just keep this to myself.